It is that time again. For some reason, I want to see Bianca get her ass kicked.
Whatever we're doing, I'm not ready.
Name a number that's associated with being lucky.
2.
7.
7 or 11. Yeah, 7 or 11. I didn't even really think about that before I
Nigga
said
said 2.
Right.
I only got 2 kids.
Got a nigga with me. Name the most used piece of furniture in a house.
Love seat.
Close.
The couch.
I was just about to say, we had judges. What would they say about that?
That would have been
Couch.
it. That would have been it.
There's a
The
love
couch.
seat. No, love seat and a couch. It's a difference.
The love seat is a couch.
The couch
love
is
seat
3
is smaller.
seats or more.
Oh
the love
my
seats
God.
are 2. It is smaller.
The love
We
seat
gonna
is a
do
tight
it.
space for lovers.
You gonna do me like that?
Being in black homes, the love seat is the couch.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're being politically correct.
I didn't even know that was a difference.
All right, come on, y'all.
God damn.
I thought they was both couches. I just thought one of them. I thought one of them was a love seat.
The long
couch and the love seat. You gonna try to tell me that they both couches?
No, they're not.
They're not both couches.
No.
Name
Wow.
a prop
Wow.
used by tap dancers.
Shoes.
Name a prop.
A cane.
She is whooping your ass. I just said I was rooting for you, nigga.
These trick questions.
All right, if you drew Homer Simpson's name in a Secret Santa exchange, what would you buy him?
Donuts. Duff beer.
I don't know. I don't be watching Simpsons like that.
Me neither. It was new to me. 4-0.
I watched
wow.
it as a kid.
Let me find a good one. I'm gonna try to get Cortez into this.
Yeah, get me back in the game, coach.
Name a place where it might be romantic to get stranded with your partner.
London.
A hotel
Paris.
room.
No.
A gas station. Rest stop.
No.
The
Public
house.
area.
No.
The car.
Y'all way off. A beach or an island. Name a good gift for someone
said
who
a
is
place.
always late.
A
clock.
watch. A watch? She don't fucking know.
A clock. Who the hell gonna be riding around with a clock?
I got them and I'm still
Flavor
late.
Flav! You get a clock. You get a clock.
I got them and I'm still
You know
late.
what time it is, Hoops. That was my shit.
All right, other than movie tickets, name something a crowded movie theater might run out of.
Popcorn.
Seats.
He coming back. He coming back. 4-2.
Poppity pop pop.
Name something you should probably book ahead of time when you're going on vacation.
An airplane.
A hotel.
A plane ticket.
Hotel.
This nigga is coming back like
You know, I be trying to book hotels.
4-3. 4-3.
Let's go.
Let me find a good one.
No,
Just read down the list. God damn it.
You just read
Name
out.
I'm on the
a
road.
character who's known for almost ruining Christmas.
The Grinch.
She won.
Almost ruining Christmas? Nah.
Y'all told me to read down the line.
Hold on. Scrooge. He had to be number 1.
He was number 2.
The Grinch only got
Charlie
one
Brown
movie.
was number 3.
The Grinch only got one movie.
I'm not here to debate that.
How many
The Grinch has a
Scrooges?
song.
Scrooge got a song.
No one knows it.
Nebuchadnezzar Scrooge.
No one knows it.
Come on.
Who the fuck wouldn't know that?
Bro, you ain't seen Scrooge?
What you say, Nebuchadnezzar?
I
That's
think,
why.
I think that's his first name
And
or
that's
something like that.
And that's
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer. Nigga, come on with it. You know
He
what I
said
mean? You know what I was talking
never.
about.
and that's exactly why I was number 2. You're a mean one.
Never could
Mr.
never
Grinch.
sounds like
Come
a
on.
black stuntman.
Grinch had one good hit. I didn't even go see
And-
this cartoon one.
And Dr. Seuss was just this shit.
You talking about him like he
Shit.
did music. The Grinch only had one hit.
One hit, bro. You
R.I.P.
trying to tell me the Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge? Come on, man. He had a whole bunch of Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey played him too.
What, Scrooge?
Yeah. I
I mean,
forgot
I'm
what
40
movie.
years old. I ain't seen no damn Scrooge.
Dude, Scrooge, bro. You gotta, and he comes in the little animation every Christmas. The little kid is walking around with that crutch.
Hey, Ron,
Bro, I don't watch that type of shit.
Hey,
I watch
Ron.
shit with guns in it, huh?
I need you to do me a favor.
No.
Can you hand Cortez that L over there?
Wow, that's what gonna do me.
I'm about to say he disputing that shit. Hey,
That
y'all,
fucking
what's
love
up?
seat. That fucking love seat threw me off. I'd have been winning.
This nigga don't know this. I love seeing the couch.
Listen, I'm doing it. You know what? I'm back. Welcome to Urban Absurdity, guys.
Oh shit.
And
She's drunk.
I'm breaking things. It was plastic. Don't worry. Hello, guys. I'm back and I'm kicking ass still.
Yeah.
Even by one, it doesn't matter.
Y'all should see these middle fingers I'm throwing up on the line. Like
He made a strong comeback though.
Yeah, I was coming back.
And then you fell off again.
That goddamn Scrooge, stupid. I had that one. I thought I had that one in the bag.
Yeah, that was the number 2 answer.
It was number 2 though. It was number 2.
What you gonna say, Smart?
Like if I would have picked Charlie Brown, you would have won.
All right, whatever. Come on. Who are we?
Who are you, nigga?
Nigga, this is Urban Absurdity. My name is Cortez Anthony Carter, and I'm here, baby. I've been drinking my Red Bull. It's a little late at night.
It's a little past Cortez's bedtime.
Yannicka is up here on crack. She is hyped as shit. I don't know what kind of crack she taking, but she is hype as shit.
She definitely mixed that drink with some shit.
I don't know what she got in there, man.
That could get you some time.
Listen, definitely not what you had a couple of weeks ago. I know that.
No.
That boiled broccoli.
That shit that you laid out.
Right.
No, I feel good. I'm back. I got some rest. I feel rejuvenated.
Where you been at, though?
It's a new year.
Why was you off the show for so long? Tell the people.
They should know on Facebook. I told people, but if you're not following me, make sure you do. Mm-hmm. Healing. I had a lot of things to do. Like, it was the end of the year. People know at the end of the year, medical. You got to get all that shit in before we got new medical.
Oh, so you was down there in Dr. Miami getting the tummy tuck with the fats and the butts.
No, they didn't cover it. But if they did,
you would have been out.
If they did, I would have caught a flight.
Not to cut you off though, right quick. My mama called me the other day. I kid you not, my mama called
Hell of a segue.
I know, right? My mama called me because about Dr. Miami. My mama called me and she was like, "Did you know?" I was at the beauty shop the other day, and I was like, "Mama, what beauty shop was you at?" She was like, "In the hood." And I was like, "You don't need to be at that one." She said they was talking about men going down to Miami and getting fat removed and putting it in their penises to make them thicker. And I was like, first of all, Mama, why are we even having this conversation?
I was about to say, that's a little edgy.
And second of all, why are you there listening to this? You're a good Christian lady.
She went to get her hair done.
I know, man. I feel so bad for my mom got to be in that environment to get her hair done.
Nah, I don't. Ugh.
Penis.
Would you think about that? Like, I wouldn't want that to be surgery. Like, if it's small, it's just going to have to stay small. Because I don't want it to fuck it up where it don't even get hard at all.
I was just about to say, how does that get hard? It's not like made for that. Fat is made to be fat, like not. All right, walking around with a permanent limp.
Yeah, but back to your thing though.
Listen, don't worry, guys. I'm looking this up just so I can give recommendations on where you should go, just in case you are lacking.
Yeah, I don't think it makes it longer, or I think it just makes it fatter.
Well,
why are we having this conversation?
That makes the difference.
Does it make the difference if it's fatter or skinny?
Yes, that makes the difference. Ladies, feel free to chime in. Message boards, whatever. It makes the difference.
It makes a difference. So you would rather have a thicker penis than a longer penis. Yeah, girth. You would rather have. What's the other one then? Is girth and height? Length. So you would rather have girth than length.
So if there was a skinny long
These
one,
women want it all.
Right.
If there was a skinny long one or a shorter fat one,
which one would you choose?
The shorter fat one.
No shit.
The skinny long one was like okay, have you ever been with a super duper skinny girl?
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.
To the point like super skinny.
Yeah.
But like to where it's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
To the point of like, I know I'm supposed to be liking this, but it sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically that's the same.
That's way too skinny.
It's kind of like it's and some may like it. Some may like it different. Literally different strokes for different folks.
Oh, I see what you did there.
You see what I did?
I like that.
But
I love it.
But yeah, different people like different things, but it's uncomfortable. You're like, like what the fuck is going on here? Like, so it's like that. So yeah, yes.
I never even thought about that.
That's why the fat injections of the penis have to be popping off.
Oh, that's probably why it's popping off.
It's all about them walls, brother. They want the walls here.
That's like, yeah, like if you. Because if you get them,
you ain't touching them walls. They like, this nigga ain't shit.
Damn, not the walls.
And then it's like it's like somebody doing that.
Poking
you hear me
insides?
You hear me talking to you?
Damn.
Ouch.
Hey, that's why this is what I've heard. If you're unsure about your size, you got to stir a lot. You know what I mean? To make sure you hit the wall.
was that.
You're wiping them walls.
This was that. I don't know.
Gotta hit it with the washing machine.
I'm not sure.
Which would be awkward on the first sexual encounter? 'Cause like, this nigga's crazy. Right. You know? You know what I mean? That gotta be awkward. Like, you gotta ease into that. You can't just start doing the washing machine on the first try. I don't think it would be right.
This dude's
like, girl, this nigga hit me with the spin cycle. This nigga had me on spin cycle all night.
Listen.
I bet you they talk like that.
We
do. Like, hey, check this out.
Oh, I would hate to see the group message after sex.
We do.
That shit would probably be embarrassing.
But if it was good,
Yeah, it'd be embarrassing.
But if it was good, they'd be like, shit, I was that nigga washing clothes all the time.
Also, you have had spin cycle experiences that were good?
No, I said if it was good, then you would be like, you know.
Let's do this right quick. Let's open it up like real hot and heavy. Let's talk about our worst sexual experiences, and then we can move on to whatever. Worst sexual experiences. I'm gonna go first. So
I don't need to wait.
Good, take the pressure off.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna sit here and make up something.
The worst, and this is like the worst. I won't even say for me or for the girl. It was just the worst sexual experience. You know what I mean? So I meet this girl. I've been knowing her for a while, right? And I ain't never really, hollered at her or nothing like that, right? So one day somebody hooked us up, and this is like I'm like 20 some years old right now. I'm 30 something, right? Okay. 31. Now I can say I was in my 20s. So in my 20s, right? So
just yesterday,
right? Just yesterday, but nah. But so we go out this one night and we kicking it. We at this spot, this seafood spot. I don't eat seafood, but we a seafood steak place, right?
Okay.
So we sitting there, and the whole time,
I mean, you don't eat seafood. I don't even want to hear this shit.
Damn,
I'm joking.
So anyway, we sitting there. I'm telling y'all the story before the story. So we sitting there and we chilling, right? And she's bringing up sex, but she's saying like we shouldn't be focused on sex, right? And I'm really,
that's how you know you banging.
Yeah. So I was really like, I really was liking this chick because she, in my eyes, she was like bad. You know what I mean? She was fine, but she really wasn't. But I really was liking this chick though, so I was trying to be on my best behavior. So I took her to a nice restaurant.
Look at you. And
when we got to the crib, I gave her a hug, let her walk in the house. You know, I walked into the door and everything like that.
Okay.
Jetted out, right? Probably like a couple of days later, she was like, "Come through."
No date.
Just come through the house, you know. And she was just like, "I'm out to be making cookies or something like that." So I'm like, "Cool." So I go over to the crib.
Real sexy environment,
right? We making cookies and shit. This is where it starts at, Rod. When I'm nervous, I start to fart. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know why. No. I don't know why I do it, bro. I don't know why I do it. I just get nervous.
Flatulence?
Yeah, my stomach just be like. Blah, blah, blah. So the whole time I'm trying to mac her down, but I got to get up every 5 seconds because I'm nervous, right? So I'm getting up, farting and shit, moving around the house, farting and shit, right? And I'm trying to play this shit off. You know what's even worse? Like, and don't talk about me, bro. I'm gonna tell you the honest truth, okay? I had a cold sore. It wasn't from no STD.
Oh, what?
I get cold sores when I eat tomatoes.
Hey, what did you?
I know how that came out, right?
Listen, this shit story's opening up.
This nigga segues is fucked up. You gotta learn how to blend, brother.
I want to know where this shit came from.
Had to throw this shit out there real quick.
He said when he eat tomatoes.
I kid you not, it's something about eating tomatoes. Like if I eat like Taco Bell and they accidentally put a tomato in the taco, fucks me up, man.
Somebody said, I'm having a cold sore for weeks.
Dude,
even that sounded sexual.
So like it's gotta be fresh tomatoes. So I get a cold sore, right? But I'm over there.
Wait a minute, they gotta touch your lip?
Yeah, you gotta touch my lip.
So she sees
it, right?
Okay.
She sees it. She understands what it is. Like
he
I told her what it is.
He gotta put tomatoes in his mouth like
right,
operation.
So,
he can't touch the side.
Nah, I can't. So I got this little cold sore on the side of my lip. So I'm thinking I'm definitely not gonna get none, right? Because you know, like you don't want to be kissing a nigga with a cold sore, right?
Definitely.
Right. Anyway, so we cooking. She making these cookies or whatever.
She laid out some Oreos. But she made them cookies. She put 3 of them bitches on the plate.
Here's some Oreos, nigga. Hurry up and get back in the room. Like, we in the room tonight.
Oreos, the in between.
So out of the blue, she's like, I'm about to go to my room, right? I'm like, cool, you know, it's a bed in there, so I know we about to lay down. So I get up in there, right?
She said, "I'm" or "where."
She said, "I'm." She said, "I'm about to go in the room." Like, what you about to do? And I'm like, I'm about to go in the room too. So I go in the room.
Oh, so she wanted to see where you was at. Check your temperature. Okay.
So we chilling or whatever. Next thing I know, she just hops on top of me, right? And we just kissing and it's getting there. And then she takes off her clothes, right? And on her thigh, inside of her thigh, it says,
"Is it a cold sore?"
It was slippery. Then she had a sign like like the sign you put down when it's wet out.
Yeah.
You know, it said slippery when wet,
Caution.
right?
Yeah, like the little.
So fucking funny, right? Because I was in high school. And in high school, everybody was talking about this girl that got this tattoo that said slippery when wet.
So you was over there.
I didn't even know who the fuck he was, right?
Found out today.
So fast forward, nigga, I sees it. I'm like, you the slippery when wet bitch? Like, this is you? Like, everybody was talking about this tattoo in school. So I'm like, oh, shit. Like, I'm about to really be doing this. You know what I mean? So I remember, we get into it, right? And we doing it. And I'm looking like, I can't feel shit. Like, I'm trying to figure out, is it too slippery for it, motherfucker? Because I can't feel shit, right? But I'm trying, though. I'm trying. Then I know she ain't enjoying it neither, right? So in the middle, no, she's not enjoying it either. Okay. So in the middle of it, she just gets up and be like, probably not today. And I was like, I felt bad. Like, damn, like my dick just fucked up. Like I can't, like she's not enjoying this shit.
Wow.
But at the same time, I was just like, bitch, I can't do it neither. I'm not feeling nothing. I'm not feeling nothing. So after that, she didn't call me no more.
I mean, you're not feeling nothing. You was inside already?
Yeah, I was inside, nigga. I couldn't feel shit. That was the first time I ever been inside some coochie and didn't feel nothing.
Wow.
Like, that was, like, it was.
Well, shit, she got a sign on her thigh.
Yeah, she got a whole sign on her thigh.
You know.
So I was just like, really fucked up about that because I'm thinking, like, penis is whack, right?
So
but
you feel like she just didn't have walls.
I don't want to say it like that, but that was the first time. Like, any.
So it couldn't have never been you.
It could have been me.
Oh, listen,
no,
I
that's
like
what
where
I'm
this
saying.
is going. So you never contacted her back, like.
You know what? I put her on like this pedestal. So I was hitting her up, like texting and calling, like, like she didn't tell me that the sex was whack. She was just like, she had a headache or some shit like that. But I knew, that's what it was because I didn't like it either.
So why you didn't come off and say the shit was whack for me too?
No, I didn't say that. I was just like, like, I don't know what happened the other night. Like, I was nervous. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
But see, you put it on you.
Yeah, I did. I put it on me.
No, don't do that.
And then I was just like, because it could have been me. That's what I'm saying. Like, it could have been me.
But you could have said, I felt absolutely nothing.
I know. I didn't want to say that.
Let's try this again.
Yeah,
so I can make sure that it's not me. I like to make sure shit's not me.
Now
it's kind of hard to come back after somebody says something first, though.
Yeah. Like get
because they never believe it. It's like, okay, you just saying it to get back at me.
Yeah, that too.
But see,
so when somebody hit me with something first, like, oh, I really didn't like you. I ain't really like you either. It really don't mean shit.
Yeah.
Because you could just be saying it. You really did like them,
right?
But you got to say something.
But still, you need to. But since you still like, I wonder what it was because I could tell this is still. Well, now since you
this is still bothering you,
but still at that time you kind of like, I really want to know what the fuck was. So you should have found out what the bitch. It's not. This ain't even for you.
What was her name?
This is for me.
I can't even tell y'all like that. I wish I would.
I mean, you already said about her tattoo.
Shit, you right.
Yeah, you pretty much put it out.
I don't know. It ain't nobody. I don't know if everybody listens to this shit, but nobody. You know what I mean? I'm talking about them people that may know.
We'll talk about it after the show.
Right, we'll talk about it
later. There's a lot of downloads and cases in Missouri.
Hold on, it was the second time though. That was the first. This is the second time.
We just going on a story.
We
need to have a Cortez segment.
This is the second time.
Yeah, bad sex experience.
Yeah, this is the second. This is the second bad sex experience. This is worse than the first one.
Surviving Cortez.
I don't know. Maybe my dick just lame because this is 2 times, right?
Listen, we should do a segment. We gonna do stories with Cortez.
That's so many.
He already does it every show. It's
Every
like
show.
we can't just single it out.
All right, so
but they good stories. I gotta
We
admit.
definitely have to. This is going to be a thing.
this is a B2K story. So I kid you not. So I beat this chick off Black Planet, right?
Okay.
So you know I'm in high school.
Nothing's ever good.
Okay.
At this time, I'm in high school. So I meet the chick off Black Planet. She want, the Black Planet page. You go on there, right? And if you scroll all the way down, you can see like the guest book and shit.
Yeah.
And in the guest book,
Shout out to Black Planet.
This nigga remember everything.
oh, I remember.
Shout out to Black Planet.
She signed my guest book.
Yep. She had the little titties out on the guest book, covering them up and shit. So I hit her up like, hey, what's going on? You know what I mean? I had this thing.
We all did. I think I did too.
Yeah, I had this thing called a freaky scale, right? And I put it on my page, and it was like 1 through 10, right? And it was just saying like, how freaky are you? And like 1 was just like, I don't do shit. 10 is like, I'm with everything, right? Okay. So I would inbox chicks like, like which one are you? And like some chicks would be like, I'm off the chart, or some chicks would be like, I'm not really into shit like that, right? But this one, she was just like, nigga, I'm a 20. Like, I'm not even on this chart. And I'm like, what you talking about? So she started telling me all the stuff that she done did or whatever. Mind you, I'm in high school, right? So I hit her up, you know what I mean? Like, let's meet up or whatever. I go over to her crib during like the afternoon or something, right? And it just pops off as soon as I'm in the crib, right? Nice looking lady. I mean, girl,
This
whatever.
She was a kid.
Yeah. at the time. But we
Nice looking lady. You a respectful mother.
so I'm already
You're old enough to be called a lady.
Listen, this fool
that was
said she had her titties out. She was nice looking lady.
She was a lady.
That was back in my teenage years. So I'm out there, right? And we started, I throw the little rubber on and we started doing it or whatever. Like a minute.
The little rubber?
Yeah, it's probably a little one. But, and like within a minute, she was just like, nuh-uh, this ain't good. And told me to get up off of her. I kid you not. This is a true ass story. Told me to get up off of her. She went over to the computer, put on a porno, and was like, you gonna have to jack off to this.
Oh, savage.
Oh, my heart.
Savage.
You wanna know the sad thing about it?
You jacked
It's
off.
something even
Jacked
sadder.
off to that.
Jacked off to it.
It was the saddest
She
part
watched
of my
you?
life. She helped. But, it was just like,
Were you crying?
internally, man. I was just like, but I didn't feel bad because you remember I said it was a B2K shit? Mm-hmm. I didn't feel bad because the next week she hit me up and she was just like, oh my God, like I was at the B2K concert and I met B2K. And I'm looking like, damn, you met B2K? She was like, yeah, the manager had pulled her through the back or some shit like that. And then she was just like, yeah. And
I gave her that real meat.
she was like, nah, this is what happened.
I'm
She
joking.
was like, and I fucked the manager. And I was like, bitch, you fucked the manager? You didn't fuck the main people? She was like, nah, but they got my number though. And like she was excited about that shit. Like she was excited about fucking the manager.
She was a groupie.
And I was like, oh.
That wasn't even the manager. That was the security
But why'd
guard.
she tell you?
Because I don't know. I mean, like we were still kind of like
She
talking
told him
and
the sex
texting.
game was weak. You could tell him anything.
Right, at that point you could tell him anything.
You ain't saying shit.
But then I was like, you know what? She may just be hella loose. That's what I'm going with. So that's 2 times that the dick just wasn't good that night. Now, it may be some other ones out there that people ain't told me.
She hit a
But
security
them 2
guard.
times.
Anyone, if you've had horrible sex with Cortez, call our helpful hotline and talk about these problems.
We want to hear your story.
Y'all ain't shit.
We're going to have a whole panel.
Y'all
You
ain't
don't have
shit.
to keep holding it in, living with this lie that you done told this nigga.
Nah, y'all live with
All
that
right.
lie. I ain't got no time now.
You come forth.
I'm in my 30s now. I don't got no time for that.
Listen, we gonna have a
Come forward now.
Listen, the commercial gonna be like, I had sex with Cortez.
Surviving Cortez.
I didn't want to hurt his
Part
feelings.
7.
Another one gonna be like, he do comedy, so I didn't want him to come back and talk about it.
I kid you not. I promise probably hella bitches gonna be like that. I'm in trouble. Don't contact nobody, okay? Y'all said that y'all got to keep that shit till you die.
You don't have to
I got a reputation to uphold over in this
listen.
motherfucker.
In order to move on, you gotta clear some shit up.
Shit, man.
Ladies, listen, okay, here's the and
Damn.
men. I will say this. I think it is a problem when you don't tell the person that you're ego or not, whatever. You don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Fuck that shit. You know what? They need to bring back shame. Remember when you were ashamed of shit that you did? Like, your grandma used to be like, you should be ashamed. You'd be like, damn, I am.
Yeah.
There's no shame these
There's
days.
no shame. So you need to start shaming people. Like, if it's trash, like, you should have said, hey, baby girl, the cookies were fire. I feel nothing. Like, I feel...
Could have said that.
I still feel those cookies more than I feel your motherfucking ass.
Be like, look here, girl. There's 2 types of cookies in this world. Good cookies and bad cookies.
Some badass cookies.
You be eating on one like this is a good cookie.
Betty Crocker. Save a lot. Which one are we doing? You need to just come out and say, because I think this is the problem. You know how you've met somebody, like you said, this chick. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure this chick got rave reviews. Mm-hmm. And lady, I don't know you. If you're listening or one of your friends listening, they tell you, I don't know you, so I don't know the situation. I don't know how it went. Mm-hmm. But I will say this. You know how some people say, oh my gosh, she's bad in bed. Yeah. Or females will be like, oh, he good. Right. Or the woman themselves will tell you, oh yeah, I get down. Yeah. Or niggas will be like, I'm gonna beat that shit up. Right. And then you get it, like, it's like a movie that had like a good fucking trailer, and then when you get it, it's trash. Yep. Like when you see it, it's trash. So it's kind of like, who's been telling you this shit? When you see it. Damn. Like when you see it, it's trash. So who's been telling you like you're this good? Because it can't be just yourself. Who's been telling you that you're this good enough for you to brag?
And then that's the thing, like, I'm not even a bragger. I'm like, I don't know if I'm okay. I don't know if I'm good. I don't know if I'm bad. But you know how you've been in a relationship for so long?
You like, try me out.
You've been in relationships for so long. Mm-hmm. You don't even know what the fuck you are no more. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes you coming fast as hell. Sometimes you a long stroker, nigga. Sometimes you look down and she ain't even enjoying herself. She just doing it because to make you happy. You like, God damn, like, am I good or am I not good?
When you're in a relationship for a long time, you get accustomed to moving and doing certain things with that person.
Because you just know how to come at that point. Like, you know, she know how to get her nut. You know how to get your nut. And that's what it comes down to. Yeah. You don't get to have those good-ass times as often as you want to. Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, I was fucking, like, when I met my woman, or when I met my woman.
Damn, is this an embarrassing story with her?
I shouldn't even be saying that, right?
No, you can't do three stories. You can't do three stories. We got topics and stuff to get to.
I can't do that. No. It wasn't no story. This wasn't no story.
Well, we're going way over tonight.
Like, it was all freaky at first, and then you get later on in a relationship, it ain't as freaky no more. You know what I mean? Like, we just pull up anywhere, nigga. Where we at?
Man, you got to ease into the freak.
You don't do that shit still?
I mean, that's just how you got them with the freak.
Yeah,
but then you have to understand too. Everybody has to understand. Some people, and it's not a bad thing. I think people get upset about that.
You could not pull out all the freak in one time.
No. Well, I don't think you should. But what I will say is,
save some freak.
Some people are more sexual than others, and people think that is a bad thing. Like if you talking about somebody, like, no, I am. No, really. Some people are just more sexual. Some people like, nigga, I don't care if it's right now or 5 years from now. Like, shit, this is how I am. I'm just that type of person. Right. And some people are like, no, I like to get down, but you know, it doesn't have to be anything crazy or out. And it's just different people are different things. But when you first meet somebody, of course you should try to bring your fucking A game.
Got to.
Then you slide off a little. And then you pick that A game back up, and then you slide off, so they be like...
You gotta keep him one more.
So they be like, I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck is going on.
You gotta keep him one more.
They be like, I don't know.
You gotta let her know you capable of some shit.
Like, I don't know what I'm getting this time. So, so you just have to... But everybody's not like that, and that's not a bad thing as long as you both understand. Yeah. Like, sometimes we fucking, and sometimes we just trying to, get this off. And
see, the thing, like... I don't know if Ron's like this, but
I'm probably not.
I be wanting,
all right, go ahead.
I be wanting that shit to, you got those little times where you just having sex, but then I be want that shit to be like an experience. You know what I mean? Like when I come in the room, like, bitch, where you get this pole from? Like did you put it in the wall? Like where the fuck you get the pole from? Like did you get these?
How the fuck did you mount a pole while I was in the shower?
Right. What the fuck is going on? Where is music coming from? Is music coming from out the bed? Like,
then sometimes you have to put the pole in.
Yeah, sometimes you got to.
And just listen and just watch your motherfucking ass from outside.
And we always putting the pole in.
We are always putting the pole in.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick story. This is not explicit because my girl listens to this show, so I picked one. You talk.
Okay.
Now it's still it was an embarrassing moment for me.
Great.
I ain't that a bitch.
And we're rolling.
This was way back in my younger days. I was maybe 18, 19 years old. Mm-hmm. So I used to go down to the gas station a lot. BP, I was smoking weed back then. I'll put it out there. Mm-hmm. I used to go down there and get blunt. So, for some reason, I was always at this gas station. And this lady started working there. I'm saying lady because she was older than me.
Hey, baby.
She was maybe like 26, 27.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like 18, 19.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we in the hood. Like I got to paint the picture for the people who don't know where the fuck I'm
Where you from? Okay.
We in the hood. She's not a hood girl. So I come in there like all the time. I'm making trips to this store. I might just go get a blunt. I ain't even got nothing to smoke. I just go up there.
Right.
So eventually I worked up the courage to yell at her. Mm-hmm. I took her on a date. Just her conversation was way different than what I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mess with a lot of hood rats. Even the ones that weren't hood rats, like quote unquote hood rats that where you could see it. You know what I mean? They just weren't like her. So, all right. Take her out on a couple dates. Then I got the courage to say, all right, you know what I mean? Want to spend the night with me? Mm-hmm. And I wasn't living by myself, so I went and picked a nice hotel. Mm-hmm. Here's where it gets embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
She wasn't a move maker, which I wasn't used to. She didn't initiate. Uh-huh. It wasn't no we get in the bed and all of a sudden her hands is in your pants or nothing like that. I was used to that.
Right.
So.
The hood rat shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
This motherfucker ended up watching cartoons.
No, it was like, all right, we in the bed. You know, we had smoked. I found out she did smoke. So,
okay.
We got a little drink, ice and shit. I got the motherfucking, I don't know what kind of hood drink it was. I got that shit on in the ice bucket like champagne.
That
you the hood rat, ain't you? This nigga Ron the hood rat.
So, she's not making no move. So I'm nervous. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know how to start the engine. You know what I mean? And then if you've never been in that position before, you like, do she even want me to crank this motherfucker up? Right, you know what I mean? That's where I was. Right. So I'm like, so nothing happened that night.
Oh, shit.
Nothing happened that night. We spent the fucking night in the hotel, got up, took her out the, you know what I'm saying, nice breakfast and shit, dropped her off. Uh-huh. So I called her like maybe 2 or 3 days later. She's like, yeah, we can get together this weekend or something. I ain't working. I was still seeing her. You know what I mean? We still talking. Yeah. But, you know what I mean? I hadn't called her on the phone. Called her a few days later. I pick her up one day. My auntie's having a barbecue. And we just hanging out over there. So now I'm thinking, like, this was in my head. Like, I fucked up. Mm-hmm. Next time I'm going to try to start this bitch engine.
Right.
So when I asked her, and like I said, she was older. I guess she kind of was like, this young buck ain't ready for me.
Right.
So she was basically like, why would I ask you to go back to the hotel with me? Uh-huh. She's like, why would I go to the hotel with your scary ass? Oh. I felt like this little.
Shit.
Like, nigga, you scary.
Damn. So
that was the last time we hung out. Like, I was so embarrassed. I was still seeing her, but I wouldn't call her. She didn't call me. Eventually she fucking stopped working there, and I never saw her again.
But you could have got. I mean, like you could have came back with it though, because when chicks say that, they really saying like, I wanted to fuck, but you didn't make no move. Yeah. But she didn't
give me no opportunity to fucking redeem myself. She was like,
you
nigga,
get back
you
to the
fucked
hotel?
up.
So she wasn't going back to the hotel.
I fucked that up.
So she just came for the barbecue.
Probably so.
Damn.
Probably so, but she actually said what was on her mind. Like you said, like she was basically like, bro, you scary.
But she didn't say what was on her mind at the hotel.
Nah, she didn't say shit either.
But that's what I'm saying. If you can say that now, you could have said that shit at the hotel.
Yeah, it's part of her fault.
Yeah, she was older than me. She could have kind of sensed that a nigga, well, I wasn't like putting out vibes. I'm nervous. I was on her. But you know what I mean? I'm just moving up closer to her like, yeah, you know what I mean? Go ahead, do what everybody else do. Put your hands in my pants.
That's how you get started.
The whole night.
Hands up, don't shoot, bitch.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
She looked like
young and dumb, and she was basically like, and that turned her off because you know what I mean. She was cool, you know what I mean, but she was like, I guess that was like everybody got their own turn-offs and turn-offs. So I guess that was a turn-off for her.
Yeah,
like he's not a man, he's not ready.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and I can't blame her, but it was embarrassing then.
That ain't even
embarrassing as motherfucker.
That don't sound bad at all, man. It sounds like you just lost.
And like I said, I'm not about to go into no explicit shit. I can't do it, man. You went all the way out.
There's more. There's more.
No, not to that story. Nothing ever happened.
That fool said, "I'll give you something to like."
I gave you a little something. I gave you a little something to keep the conversation going.
Bionica,
go ahead, keep the conversation going.
I'm not telling y'all nothing.
Oh fuck no! How much you talk about penises? You ain't never had a bad one?
I just explained the fucking bad. I don't know.
Just explain it. The one that can't hit the wall.
Listen, I don't understand why I got it. When you, to me, a skinny one. I've had a skinny one first and the last time, and that was it. Like,
Let me ask you this. You don't got to answer it, but let me ask you this.
That means it's wild.
I'll answer if or not.
You like to be in control, like being on top and shit, or do you like for a man to be in control?
It depends on the person.
I mean, but you gotta
no, real shit. It depends on the person. It depends on the type of person that I'm dealing with. For me to be like, see, people don't understand with sex. It's a vibe. It's a vibe, like just having a regular conversation with somebody. You can't just come in with this, to me. You can't just come in with the same shit that you like. This is my normal shit. Yeah. You can't come in with the same shit that you done. Yeah. Like, it's, who is this person? What do you like? Right. Oh, I get this. Like, you feel out a person, check a person's temperature, so you can know when I come through, I'm either coming like this or I'm coming like this. In certain situations, I'm like, hell yeah, obviously. Like, in that situation, like, fuck you, I'm here. Like, you done paid for this shit. Like, what are you talking about? Right. And I may not talk to you afterwards, but I'm like, you're here. Right. So, but if a person is like, I like to take control, shit, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. What you talking about? Like,
that's a good ass answer.
So it is. So, but that's, I mean, it's the truth. That's just how I think. I don't think that every situation should be the same. Yeah. So yeah,
that's cool.
All right. So since we've aired a couple of sexual exploits,
if the game
some non-sexual like mine.
Listen, if Ryan's was off. If the game is going to be a segment, I think we should do a segment of stories with. This was that Survivor Quartet.
Nigga, I got stories for days, nigga.
Yeah, we know. We know. Hey, y'all, we forgot to say Happy fucking New Year.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to 2019.
The first show of the new fucking year, 2019.
New year, new me.
90210. All right. I got to say what I'm happy about. I'm happy that the first couple of videos that I saw this year was of people who believed that white privilege wouldn't get their ass whooped. And it got their fucking ass whooped. And it was hilarious.
Hold on.
How many videos did you see?
I saw 2.
Okay.
And I'm kind of upset that this is the 5th, and I saw those 2 videos on the first couple of days. One on New Year's, one on the 2nd. I was like, this year coming in with a bang. Damn. I'm enjoying this shit.
And we're back.
Now we back to normal.
God damn it.
But I got to say this. I know everybody's seen the video. There was a young lady in Florida, I think it was St. Petersburg. She worked at a McDonald's. Mm-hmm. The story goes that she didn't put a straw in the man's bag. It was a white man. She was a young black girl, 20 years old. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, and I felt this way, but I think everybody has felt like choking a motherfucker at a fast food restaurant, but sane people don't do it. Mm-hmm. He chose to try to grab this young lady and pull her across the counter.
He did.
But what he didn't know is that Floyd Mayweather was her uncle.
Right.
This was that. Floyd taught me.
She threw a quick 12-piece.
That nigga did not see that one coming.
He did not see that one coming.
He thought he was going to pull over the counter. She said, nigga, what? Boom, boom, boom.
He totally walked into that blind.
Like, damn.
And the reason I'm happy, I don't condone violence except when it's in those type of situations. That was self-defense. She beat the shit out of him, and I enjoyed it. Mm-hmm. And I just, coming from the last few years where the only thing we see is negative images of us getting beat up by the police or just videos that niggas post, World Star videos. That was kind of a World Star video, but it was like, I don't even think that World Star posted it because it was kind of positive. Like, that was like a positive ass beating.
I think
it was like that breathed life into me when I saw it.
I think if the civil rights movement, if the civil rights had a website of, you know what I mean, like of old pictures, mm-hmm. and then like they showed the new shit of fighting back, it would be there.
Oh yeah,
it would be there.
Oh yeah, that's top 5 all year. I don't give a fuck what else happened.
Nope.
I don't give a fuck what else happened.
It won't be removed from the list.
You ain't taking this down. This is at least number 2. It's going to be a cold video. Knock this motherfucker off. Right. But it's going to be at least number 2.
Right.
It was pretty great.
It was pretty great. I love the fact that I saw a woman stand up for herself a black woman and beat the shit out of a grown ass man because he deserved it.
Mm-hmm.
Over a straw.
Over a fucking straw.
It was legal. What she said was legal. Like, we can't leave out straws.
Yeah.
The nigga got mad over it wasn't even a straw. He wasn't mad over a straw.
Yeah,
he was mad because the wall is not being built.
Mm-hmm.
There's a delay.
That could be it.
there was a delay.
Damn,
that could be it. This motherfucker's check ain't coming on time.
Right.
I think that was what. If you get so pissed that you pull a motherfucker over a fucking counter for a straw, something's going on in your life.
Where's the...
Something's going on. You need Ayana. Is that her name? You need Ayana to fix your shit.
Fix my shit.
She gonna be like, I can't help you.
Nah, the way she already fixed it for
Listen,
you.
She done told some people like, you don't want to
Every time she'll walk out that bitch.
Listen,
boy.
I'm out of here because I don't have to be here.
See, that's why she beat your head in, because your motherfucking ass don't listen.
Don't fucking listen.
My life is fixed. I know what the straws are.
I got straws, nigga. I ain't gotta fuck with you like that. Fuck around with you. All right. But before we leave, the dark side to that video. I had to take a long inhale. I will admit that when I saw the video, there were certain things that I didn't notice because the ass whipping was so blatant.
Mm-hmm.
I was focused on the ass whipping.
What did you see that you didn't notice? Or what did you didn't notice that you did see?
What I didn't notice is the coworkers not helping her.
They didn't give a fuck about her.
They seemed to. Well, one came and tried to pull her off. He didn't try to help whoop the nigga's ass, whoop the dude's ass. He tried to pull her off.
Right.
Then when they got him, he went on the other side, and
they pulled him off.
Yeah, dude wasn't really fighting, so he went over there and just basically stood by him, But this is all right. Here's the thing. I'm glad Bianca's back because we're about to go at each other's throats.
We're technically not, but we will. We won't, but we will.
This is the thing, and I saw a lot. I saw a ton of women. It came out. I saw it every fucking under that video because hundreds of sites posted it, and on the video it was basically like, our black men ain't shit.
Was the dudes black?
Well, there were other videos. If you saw it, there were other videos of black people in the restaurant. Not just that face that you saw. There were videos of, because the lady who took it, the main one that you see, that CNN and everybody got.
Yeah, she seemed like she was. I don't know who was recorded, but she seemed like she knew that it was about to happen.
Well, she was a black lady. She was an older black lady, and she was just like, she basically said the same thing, that there were people there that she saw them getting into it while they got into it the whole night, and she knew that something was going to happen because the cashier kind of stood back, and then I guess the manager wasn't doing anything. Like, he heard them, but he wasn't coming up to.
Yeah, that's fucked
up.
up.
So you know how black people have to say shit. I know something is about to be unfair.
Yep.
Automatically, so I have to. So she turned it on, but there were other people that recorded it too.
He must have been ranting or something like that, and then they.
Yeah,
that was definitely something going on. You don't just grab a motherfucker with no warning. Like, there had to be some kind of verbal exchange.
Well, she said that he came in loud already. He had came in loud, got whatever he was getting, and then after he got whatever he got, he went to go over there like you go get ketchup and everything.
He got a 2-piece nugget. I heard he was homeless. But
that boy said, "Only want 2."
Oh, was he homeless?
Yeah, that was the story. He was like
transit,
they said transient.
Who?
Transient.
A transient or something like that.
What's
whatever.
that?
It's
Homeless nigga.
That's what they called?
Yeah.
Damn, they just keep making up more words for the same shit.
This nigga plays hella serious.
I thought they were just called bums.
I thought they was called homeless, nigga. I didn't know they was transient.
That's what it's called.
Transient.
Yeah.
What is the nature of transient? Trans what?
You ain't got no house, nigga.
This said you're transporting everywhere because you don't have a.
Yeah, I think that's worse than just being homeless. You could be homeless and live on a motherfucker, but I think that's like when you just out there, like you got a backpack on, you got a sleeping bag, the whole nine.
Transient.
New word.
Just to say, and I got to get this out because I know a lot of females listen to this show that probably said the same thing. I just want to give you my point of view. And I didn't see any other video. I saw the main one. I saw the one black guy. The manager was like, he wasn't black. And I saw a couple of dudes cut like they was outside smoking or something and came in when the commotion happened. Mm-hmm. Hold on, nigga. Who was that? Chin and hollow. Let's go in there. Put that out, nigga. The only thing I would like to say about that is I do think when you make statements and they're blanket statements basically of a whole race, like our black men ain't shit, our black men don't protect us, maybe you need to find a new fucking company. Because if you're experiencing that, then that's not a man. As I said, I made a post today. And first of all, that was a fucking kid that was working there. The motherfucker that came up in the back, you really couldn't see them close, but they weren't too old. Mm-hmm. You put me back there in that situation if I'm 18, 19 years old. I was on that bullshit. Mm-hmm. But I was always raised to look. I got sisters. And I was always raised to protect women. I don't give a fuck what's going on. And it's not just women. I'm going to look out anybody that's being like in a situation that they can't control. When I feel some bullshit, I'm going to step in it. I just fucking think that it was wrong to single out everybody. I wouldn't watch a video and say, okay, all women ain't shit. Look at this shit. Because one woman didn't do shit. First of all, that was a boy. That wasn't a man. That was a boy. A minimum wage working McDonald's working boy. I don't think you can put everybody in that category because there's nobody that's ever been around me that caught harm. I can roll up to a scene and a nigga already know what it is. I think the new generation of boys are fucking soft these days. It's not just the outfits. It's not just the hairstyles. They'll have the young jock in a couple of weeks. Fucking green, teal hair, weave and shit in their head. We dealing with a newer generation of weak men. If you don't notice that, then I have no idea what to say. But to compare them to grown-ass men who handle their business, who protect their wives, their girlfriends, their sisters, their aunts, who's one call away for that bullshit, for that smoke, as people say, then I don't know. Maybe the males in your life need to be stepped up because ain't no woman ever been disrespected while I was around. Bianca.
Great. Listen. Here's my thing. And even if because I was one of those people that posted that shit and I said what I said. I feel like this. If it's not about the people who she was around that she knew. It wasn't about that. That's not what it was about. I shouldn't have to know you. You know what? And I go to comments. I like going to comments. I like reading stories and then going to comments because it's like the whole conversation. Mm-hmm. And just to get a vibe of what different people, we podcast, we talk about different stuff. So I need to get a different vibe of what different people feel. Mm-hmm. I don't want to know just what people feel, how I feel. Mm-hmm. I want to know how everybody feel. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm just looking at people who feel like me, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. But it's important to see what everyone else is saying too, so we can talk and have dialogue about it and everything else. I feel like it's not the fact of saying I want to know you, because I feel the same way about my brother. My brother's like that too. My brother's like, that shit wouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. And a lot of black men that I know, that shit wouldn't have happened. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying let's get to a point to where if it's disrespect like that, period, because in other videos, and I'll try to find them, or whatever, because my cousin was the one who actually found the other videos, but there were older black men in there. There were. And the fact that
we never said bitch ass niggas didn't exist.
Well, that shit went a lot faster than,
no.
I know the buildup probably was there, and they probably somebody should have stepped in and been like, all right, this is enough, you got to bounce. But it looks like when he reached over the counter, she wasn't even looking. Like,
yeah, she wasn't. She
was like, "What the fuck?"
She wasn't looking. She was like, she was like, "What?" Yeah. And just the look. I paid attention to the look on her face. Mm-hmm. The look on her face was like, she was mad, but she was also scared. And this is just what I'm thinking just by seeing her face. Like you said, she was young. You know what I mean? Like, you don't expect that shit to pop off. Right there, I feel like that's just like if anybody did something to your little cousin or niece and nephew or whatever. And you kind of like, damn, like motherfuckers was around. Like people were around. And I know we get into this whole thing of sometimes you got to mind your business because when you don't and you get into shit, worse shit happens. Or you kind of like, damn, I didn't know this situation was the way it was. I just saw it was looking from the outside looking in. So it does become one of those situations to where you kind of like, you know, damn, well, should I? But it's the feeling that I get when I talk to older black women and they say, like when I talk to my mother, or even when I've had conversations with like my great aunts and things, and they say, when I was in situations and I knew that there were black men around, like I didn't feel so alone. Or I didn't feel so, like if things popped off, even if it was at a club or whatever, niggas is jumping in. People are jumping in, and it's just something that you had to do. We'll worry about the consequences later because you have to make a statement. It's like making a statement. So when shit like that happens, it's kind of like motherfuckers feel like they could do that shit. Like you feel like you could do that shit. Like I don't, the chick who got harassed in Waffle House. And I'm like, motherfuckers that was around like taping the shit. Like, you recording this shit. Like, this is why some of us are going to have to take L's. It just, change does not happen without us taking fucking L's. We are going to have to do it. It is what it is. So to say, like, I feel like if I'm around, if I'm somewhere and something happens, I truly feel like, shit, I'm in it for myself. I don't give a fuck who's around. Like, I truly feel like that, and I wish I did not. I wish I felt like, shit, there's a couple motherfuckers in here who gonna ride with me, you know what I mean? Because I'm that type of person. I feel like, shit, if you somewhere, I was in Burlington, and this guy was in there shopping or whatever. He was shopping with him and his friend. And, you know, they passed me, said, excuse me, the whole nine. They was just shopping. So one of the dudes left. His friend left. And when he left, the police rolled up on him. And I'm going to my car. So when I go to my car, I hear him like, that's not me. Like, whoever you looking for is not me. So I'm watching them like, you know, hey. And I did. I went up to him like, hey, yeah, he was just in there with his friend. Like, you know. And they like, well, no, we got to call for him. Da-da-da-da-da. So, of course, I ran in there to go get his friend. Now, I could have just minded my motherfucking business and went the fuck home, but I went to go get his friend like, hey, they out here.
Cortez scared now.
Like, they
right.
I'm listening.
Is the friend coming in?
They probably so. He was probably he was coming in to get Cortez. About
oh shit!
I know who you was fucking with. Like,
stupid.
Slippery when wet was mine. So anyway, but no, so I went in to get. It's just the point of saying this. Sometimes, regardless on just saying, well, that didn't have anything to do with me. Like, this was a little black girl to me. Whether she looked like she was a teenager, and to me, she's a little black girl. There was a little black girl in fighting a grown ass white man. Now, regardless on the fact that she whooped his ass, I feel like shit. If we go around and we pop each other, especially like you said, young kids, if y'all popping each other, shit, you shouldn't be afraid to take no L's. You shouldn't be afraid to take no L's. Just like Jay-Z said, shit, you niggas out here killing each other, and you got niggas who disrespecting us still alive.
Okay.
So if you, I'm just saying, shit, period. Whether men, women, whatever. I feel like as a people, we have to protect each other because no one else is going to do it. I read forums that was talking about this too, because of course, white news circuits got this shit, and they looking at the shit too, and they was like, shit, I would have did this, or I would have did this. And of course people would say what they would do. Of course people would say what they would do. But that could have never been a white woman. And a black man did that shit to her. And nobody did nothing. And nobody, if the roles were reversed, that could have never been a white woman. Or they could have never been they couldn't have been in a Mexican restaurant and it was Mexican fucking men around. And a Mexican chick got grabbed the fuck up. They be beating his ass with chickens. Like, no offense. I'm sorry. It's just funny because a lot of you have chickens.
Hold on. Mexicans don't own chicken. All right.
Roosters? Are they roosters? The cockfights.
Well, maybe roosters.
Okay, the roosters.
The motherfucker escaped out the back. All right. I do got to say this.
Stupid.
I will say this. The only thing I didn't like about it is, just like you said, we have to do better together. And I feel like the way people threw certain, what am I trying to say? The way they threw certain ideas out there about it, like making you say that black men aren't shit, I think that caused the divide, because all I saw was arguing. All I saw was black men and black women arguing over what should have happened. And just like you brought up the point to where no matter the consequences, somebody should jump in it. I agree with that because, like I said, I'm from that. I come from that. Like I told y'all earlier in this show, I almost died over some shit that wasn't my business.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
I took a super L, and them niggas didn't take one. Mm-hmm. And I was older. That happened in 2005. That was 13 years ago. I was still almost 30. Like, you got a 16 or 17-year-old he has to make that decision on the spot. Now, my son, if I had a son, hopefully I have one, but you know what I mean? He might be different. But we don't know the homes that these kids came from. We don't know that. This is new generation. We don't know how they were raised. The only thing I was saying, I wasn't defending them, not helping. Because if that was my son and the video surfaced and I saw it, first thing I would ask him is, okay, how come you didn't do something? And not necessarily saying that I would say after what I saw, it jumped off so fast, she was beating him like within a second. Not saying, okay, go over there and help beat him. Right. But push the nigga down, do something. I'm not saying go jump him. I can't even lie. I'm not going to front and say I'm going to say jump this nigga.
Yeah.
Because we live in a day to where motherfuckers who look just like that pull out pistols and pop niggas.
Yeah.
I made a decision to jump in with a motherfucker and the nigga pulled out a pistol and popped the nigga. And the nigga was me.
This nigga's real.
These
niggas is real.
Just in case anyone wants to know, I was the one that got shot.
I was the nigga that got shot. The niggas that was in the situation didn't get shot. So, but I'm going to sit right here and tell you right now, I would do it again.
Damn.
But you can't put that on everybody.
You know what?
That's why blanket statements about everybody
you
don't make sense.
But you also said something too. When I said certain things you can't say to people, you was like, yeah, I can. Because even if it pisses you off, mm-hmm. if it makes change, mm-hmm. you ain't gonna like what I say. You are not going to like what I say. If I say something and people don't fucking like
not everybody
not
everybody's ready to start a revolution.
But not
we should be, but not everybody's gonna do it.
And that's cool. And that's cool if you're not the person. But when people say shit, nigga, people say shit. Period. If you don't like it and you feel like, well, okay, well, this isn't me. But if it happened to you, then you will want people to rally behind you. Mm-hmm. If the shit fucking happened to you, your kids or anything else, mm-hmm. you will want the world to come through and say,
but hold on, no, that was a generalization. Me, myself, I'm not that person.
Well, that was a generalization because I'm not saying
if I'm at work and some shit kick off, me being me, yeah. If you come try to talk a little bit later and I saw you running out the corner of my eye or some shit like that, yeah, I might be the nigga to check, but everybody ain't built like that.
And that's
that's the point I'm trying to parlay to women. Everybody's not built like that.
But you know what? Back in the day, like I said, when change comes, somebody has to take an L. And
we're talking about a few days ago though.
But what I'm saying is
these new niggas ain't built like that.
And that's cool that you're not built like that, but that don't mean that people ain't gonna say shit. That does not mean that people
always say shit,
exactly.
But you expect people that's a little older and know the difference between new generation and old school.
Well, I will say this. I seen the video of other people in that restaurant, and I said what I said, period.
I'm not saying take it back. I just got my point of view.
Which is true. And
I'm not saying take what you said back.
But that was my point of saying everyone has an opinion, and regardless of who likes it or who's saying, like, well, we can't be like this. Like, shit, do you think people want to get bit by fucking dogs? Do you think what people wanted to fucking walk?
That's exactly the point. You remember how strong they was?
But
they knew them dogs was gonna be out there.
But listen.
Them niggas in that McDonald's wouldn't be there.
But listen.
Right.
That's all I'm saying to y'all.
But people didn't want to do that shit, and they fucking did.
No, they did want to do that shit. That's why they was getting bit by them dogs.
A lot of people did not want to fucking do that shit, but
those were marches. Those were voluntary.
But they knew they had to do it in order to get fucking change. In order to get fucking change, people in the Black Panther Party, they didn't want to do a lot of shit that they did.
Okay, so what kind of change were those kids in that McDonald's?
Pop this nigga. Pop this nigga. One, because when the manager came up to look at the nigga's receipt to help him, he didn't worry about her. He didn't worry about her, what was going on in that motherfucker. He came up to help dude.
I saw that.
Like, hey, fuck y'all.
I saw that. He's a different type of motherfucker too.
But what I'm saying in that instance is
there were no real.
He said fuck y'all anyway.
My only take is, and I won't even say they're not real. I would just say that those people, and this is a popular term, the people in that video weren't about that life. I didn't see the people that were behind. I didn't see other vantage points of the video. But I can say that those I at least saw 3 black kids behind the counter. They didn't do anything, so it's obvious they weren't about their life. For whatever reason, I don't know. And I'm not just critiquing them. Like, if you get off of them, like, the statements never singled out what happened in that video. All of a sudden, what blew up is our black men do not protect us. Those aren't your black men. Those are babies.
You know what? The funny thing is, and y'all may agree or disagree.
You're not going to get them niggas from that McDonald's when they go down.
No, but what I'm saying is, because we'll agree to disagree. But it's so funny to me how, like, our people, black people, will see somebody, right? And beef with people who we may not even fucking really know. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of us could say when we was younger, we had beefs. Like, I don't fucking know why I had beefs with this person, but I was willing to beat this person's motherfucking ass on sight. Like, as soon as I seen this fucking person. But when I've
been there a couple times.
You know what I'm saying? Well, when I get into it with somebody of the opposite race, I'm kind of like, I'm arguing with you. But if it was somebody else, if it was a black person, I'll whoop your motherfucking ass. But I'm going to fucking argue with you, though. I really ain't going to do nothing, but I'm going to fucking argue with you.
That was never me.
It's just kind of like, but that's not what...
I can only speak from my point of view.
Which is true, but I'm saying as in general, like, it's like other races feel like shit, fuck black people, they the bottom of the barrel. And we feel like, fuck black people, we the bottom of the barrel. Cause I won't take the same hostility or aggression or action out on someone else that I would on a person that's my color. And again, when you beefing with somebody, you may not even know these people that you beefing with. You just know they hang out with somebody I don't like or such and such, whatever. I don't personally know them, and they personally didn't do anything to me, but there's a reason why I should have something against them. So if it came to anything, I'm popping at this nigga. Or if it came to anything, I'm fighting with this nigga. Or if it came down to it, shit, it is what it is. And we feel confident in that fucking decision. Like, when I see the nigga, it is what it is. But when I'm having a conversation or argument with you or shit like that, or you feel like, because I've seen videos of it, and we have, especially all last year, of white people just being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad we started out the year with them getting their ass whipped.
That is true. And this is why I'm saying, let's bring change. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? But that's what I would have wanted to hear. Let's get off the comments and how people felt individually on that. As a whole, it would have been a lot better to say, okay, we need to do better. We need to start teaching our motherfucking young boys to stick up for their sisters. To say that our black men ain't protecting us over what 3 little bitch ass boys did at McDonald's,
Ryan,
I think it was wrong.
But Ryan, what you must understand is sometimes you say,
all right, but just take that little piece of what I just said though.
I
on
get
this
what
particular
you're saying.
conversation.
I get what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but sometimes when you say shit to people, when you're proving a point, and the point is right. The point is right. The delivery is whack as shit. But the point...
No, the delivery is direct. I shouldn't have to beat around the bush to tell them, motherfucker, hey, if you look on one post that I made today, one of my Facebook friends, which is a cool chick, we had a little fun back and forth, but at the end of it, it was like, okay, you know what?
What post was it?
The post I made a long ass post. Well, I think I made a new one a day, but I made like a 3-paragraph. It was, oh my God, because I felt offended. Because I'm one of them niggas that if I'm with you, I will fucking die for you.
And you
I fucking put it out there already. Motherfuckers know this. And this goes way back. Like, dude, I swear to God, look.
Oh, okay, no. Okay, so somebody made a post and I said something. I said, because when things happen, black women step up and step up for we on the front line.
Yeah, I don't want to bring it up, but I'm glad you did.
No, I mean, it'll be quick because I know we got other stuff to talk about. We definitely got to talk about Kels. But I'm just saying, I said, I said black women stand on the front lines, and you was like,
get your ass off that phone.
And you was like,
man, when y'all go at it like this, I just shut up.
No,
I don't want no
That shit do be good though.
Yeah,
I think that's why they listen.
And you, and when I said that, you were like, when have black women? You didn't say some. You said, when have black women?
I said what I said.
As a whole.
I said what I said.
as a whole.
Yeah.
You didn't say, there's some black women that don't do that.
And I won't. You know why?
And I won't either. So there we go. So now.
No. We got to back it up. You can't do what women do.
So let's talk about
I will say this. What Bianca Brown said was that. Did you say the word police? Did you say that when the police are fucking y'all up or shooting y'all down or whatever? We're on the front lines protecting y'all.
We are on the front lines protecting
us.
Gathering.
No.
That comes with protection.
I'm trying to get what you said.
Okay.
You guys are on the front line protecting us, and the reason why I said that was false.
No, what did you say?
These goddamn women, boy.
No, you said that's false. I want to know what you said. I'm leading up.
The reason why I said that was false is because it is. When y'all show up, first of all, you can't protect us from the police killing us because you don't know when it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. When it happens, are y'all there behind that yellow tape screaming? Yes. Mm-hmm. Our queens are there yelling. Cover that motherfucking body up. We already gone. And it's not funny, but that's what happens. Mm-hmm. There's no. I saw. That's why I said this shit is a divide. I saw women saying that women are the most unprotected species on this earth.
No, let's go back. Let's go back. I'm not even.
Hold on, let me get this out. Black men are the most unprotected species on this earth.
And that's your opinion. And that's your opinion.
Look at the numbers.
And that's your opinion.
Women aren't dying in the streets like black men.
And that's your opinion. That's your.
No, that's a fact.
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's a fact, Bianca. Can you acknowledge that first before we go on?
What I can acknowledge is
how many women got shot to death in 2018?
Listen.
I'm sure it's at least 10% of the black men that got shot to death.
I'm not talking about just in death. I'm talking about in every fucking aspect. But point blank, period, because we're not going to.
Well, you said when the police is killing y'all.
We're not going to. But you jumped to something
That's
else.
Death.
But what I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying.
Talking about police killing us.
Oh my gosh! Listen to what I'm saying.
They hate when men make sense.
It's not that you don't make sense. It's just that you don't listen. So the point of that I'm saying is that when I said that we'll agree to disagree on the whole.
We always have to do that for some reason.
And we may not agree.
A woman ain't never gonna agree with you. You're gonna have to agree to disagree. You can nail her ass to the wall.
There's plenty of women that agree with you. So you can't say women. There's plenty of women that agree with you.
Most.
I'm just saying you do the same shit. That's all I'm saying.
All right, what else we got? We're going to be on this shit forever. I know he's on this shit for like 30 minutes.
Please do, because I'm just saying you do the same shit.
I'm just ready to
talk. The bottom line is I really wish that black men and black women would actually we need to be together right now. If nothing else, if not for the fucking past 100 years, we should know that by now that we need each other. We got a president in this motherfucking Oval Office that don't give a fuck about us, broke white people either, but black people mainly. You know what I mean? Like, he don't want to pay motherfuckers. He don't want to. Dude, eventually, this motherfucker, you know what? At first, if you don't understand politics, you will fucking see and view a president as, okay, we got the Congress, we got the Senate, we the House, whatever the fuck. They not gonna let this man do no shit like that. They're not gonna let this motherfucker act like a bitch and shut the motherfucking government down because he can't get $5 billion. They wouldn't do that.
Right.
It happened. They wouldn't let this motherfucker say, okay, I'm gonna pass a motherfucking vote where federal employees don't get their raises this year and then give his motherfucking direct fucking employees $10,000 raises for this year. They wouldn't do that. It happened. So you never know when the fuck slavery could be signed in. This motherfucker's signature happy.
Pop niggas.
You know what I mean? Pop niggas.
Okay, sorry. I call
Hold on, pop niggas.
I call everyone.
We need to be helping niggas.
I call everyone.
I'm gonna be the motherfucker show up on the scene. A nigga get shot. I'm patching him up. We need you, nigga.
Listen, I call everybody a nigga.
We need you. Nigga, we about to need help. Any motherfucker get shot tonight, I'm gonna be out there with some gauze, some tape. Motherfucker with them scissors, the funny little scissors, they turned up.
I call people
with the edges on it.
I call everybody
with the grooves on it.
But what I'm saying is, in any situation when there's disrespect, these motherfuckers do not give a fuck about you. Period.
Fuck them.
Period.
Everybody knows my stairs. Fuck them. I'm about my people first,
and that's great. And if you see in any situation, especially when a kid is being violated, whether they look like they take it up for themselves or not, I don't give a fuck if you gotta hit a nigga and run. Hit a nigga and run. We good at running. We've been running for all our lives.
I'm driving off. I'm 41 years old.
Well, listen. Well, run to the car.
So I'm hit a nigga and drive off.
Run to the car so you can drive off. What I'm saying is, shit. Like, if there's disrespect being handed out, you got to do something.
I agree with that part.
Because if you don't, we will continue to be disrespected. There's no way. Like you say, we have a president who just don't give a fuck. We have a president who's promoting violence upon us, who's telling you, get them. If they disagree, get them. If they don't like what I'm saying, get them. If they are.
Who's to say when he built that wall, he ain't gonna ship us over there, so we can't get back in. That motherfucker already said he already put a travel ban, and it hasn't went all the way through yet. He put it on China. Like, if you travel over there, you might not be able to get back in.
Right.
Pretty soon, with this president, first of all, the debt between the United States and China was incurred before Donald Trump became president.
Right.
You never know when them motherfuckers gonna say, you know what? Fuck your bitch-ass president and whatever y'all got going over there. Like a nigga down the street, you owe $30. Nigga, I need my money or it's on.
Right.
You never know. This motherfucker is really fucking... The way the United States and other countries deal with each other is so volatile right now. You never know what... We could wake up in this war. We fucking are under the assumption that America is the most powerful country. That's what we've been told.
And that's the dumbest shit in the world.
That's what we've been told all of our fucking life.
And people really
That's one of those things to make Americans feel safe. We don't know what all of these countries out here, it's just like when somebody in the hood, somebody in the corporate world, wherever the fuck you are, if a motherfucker don't like you, they will fucking band together with your enemies and take your punk ass down. It happens. Ain't nobody bigger than... If you assemble a fucking gang and take down a motherfucker that you want out of there, it's simple. Like, just because we're Americans, we feel like we are above everything, but shit can go down over here too.
It can.
And it might.
And it will. And there's not even no, and it will.
Our way of life could change. We could wake up in the morning and shit's all the way different. We've been pampered over here. Don't get me wrong. We got some fucked up we as blacks in America have never been treated equally. They still fucking say that we're 3/5 of a man. I don't give a fuck if they erased it or edited it or whatever the fuck. They still feel that way.
Take some of that shit.
You know what I mean? We are still in that same position, so we have to look out for each other. All right, we're going to get on to some other disturbing ass shit. Surviving Cortez. No, I'm just bullshit.
God damn.
Surviving R. Kelly.
I don't know if it was me.
Surviving Cortez. Damn, you know what? I didn't mean it that time. Surviving R. Kelly came on. Lifetime special. I thought it was a 3-part documentary, but it's a 6, something like that.
Shit, 6.
No, I think they doing 2 in one night. I think they like 45-minute episodes.
45 minutes now?
Yeah, and
No,
I
they
think
said it was 6.
I think it was 6 now. I saw it upgraded to 6, bro.
No. But it's. I mean, I think it's a 6-part episode, but it's only doing it in them 3 nights.
Okay.
So
like the
two.
first,
So they saw 2 a night?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't watched. You know what? I might break down and watch it later after all 6 of them are done. I'm not going to say I'm a huge fan of just hearing that type of shit because that's just depressing to me. I don't even, you know what I mean? That's the reason I didn't watch it. First of all, Cortez got on me earlier before the show started, before we started recording.
Now, listen.
You didn't watch it?
They want to record when me and Ryan go at it. But y'all should have heard this shit. It's pretty good. Y'all should have heard this shit. I tried to give them the recorder and they wouldn't. So you know what that shit is. The propaganda.
No, because when me and you go into this epic.
No, that shit was, listen, that shit, when y'all was going at it, I was like, shit, I should live this shit.
Ryan sounded like he wasn't going hard at first. This nigga was like, nigga, fuck nah, I ain't watching that dumb shit, nigga. I know what R. Kelly been doing.
Yeah, and that's the all right, let me tell y'all the reason before we go into it. For me, and this is just my opinion on this shit, everybody, and y'all saw wherever the fuck you are, whatever country you in, your fucking news feed blew up. Your shit became lit overnight. People who don't even post good morning or whatever the fuck had an opinion. Your shit was flooded. I saw Facebook friends that I thought deleted me years ago come out of the woodwork just to say something about R. Kelly.
This is it. What's up, Ryan? But seriously, R. Kelly.
Yeah, nigga, you tripping.
Yeah, like, boy, I been on in a minute. I had to come talk about Kels. I'm like, dude, I've known R. Kelly was a fucking pedophile for over 20 fucking years. Yeah. So there's no way in hell all of a sudden I'm seeing posts like, oh, I ain't supporting R. Kelly's music. Motherfucker, I can remember vividly, there was a concert, R. Kelly at the Sprint Center, April of 2016, and all of you motherfuckers was there.
Oh, shit.
Y'all don't remember the P video?
I remember that shit.
Y'all never heard the story of R. Kelly fucking the 14 and 15-year-old best friends? Mm-hmm. Y'all never heard of R. Kelly fucking a young lady, young girl, 15 years old on her prom night and paying for the abortion?
Damn.
Y'all didn't hear about none of that shit?
I didn't hear about that one.
That shit is public motherfucking record. If you, and I don't know what the fuck has been exposed on the documentary, but I'm from Chicago, first of all. I've heard stories about this nigga from my cousin.
Damn.
Because R. Kelly is one of them niggas that it's nothing to catch this nigga on the block in Chicago around his auntie and his mom's house or whoever the fuck house. It's nothing like, bro, this nigga don't fucking, like, outside of Chicago, yeah, he might have security. This nigga good there. Rapist or not. Mm-hmm. And I don't praise this nigga at all. But the only thing I'm saying is, when this documentary came out, all of a sudden, pedophilia was like, okay, oh, shit, we got to start talking about this. This shit's going to start some real dialogue. People that's going through this going to speak out. I saw none of that. Because you know why? We can't get past R. Kelly.
No, I beg to differ.
I didn't see any of that.
I seen a lot of it.
All right, give me an example. What you see said?
So a lot of people are coming out talking about the black family and how we cover up so much shit in the black family.
But that's known. I'm talking about were there any. What I'm saying is, they said that, okay, people who are going through that specifically, not the black family, not talking about the black family, I'm talking about the cousin and the uncle.
You're talking about people actually saying, I've been touched.
They were talking about people that have been going through this will get the courage to speak up, because I didn't see it, but I guess victims were on there telling their stories.
Right.
So they were like, okay, this is going to have people come out. I didn't see none of that.
I don't think, like, when you say see it, do you want people to come out on Facebook and say it?
No, I'm saying that's what people said was going to happen.
What I mean, I
don't want to see the motherfucker say it on TV.
No, I'm saying like, when you say you ain't seen it, I don't understand what you mean.
I'm telling you what I read. This isn't what I'm saying.
Oh,
listen to what I'm saying, bro. I can't rewind it now, but you'll rewind it later. People were saying that we are watching this. This is popping because this will open up dialogue for the people that's going through it. They will fucking come forward and fucking say, expose that uncle, expose that cousin, expose that boyfriend. Shit, motherfuckers being in relationships fucking with, you know what I mean, younger fucking girls. None of that shit happened yet.
But no, I get what he's saying though.
Yeah,
I get what he's saying.
But you keep saying, but you
saying none of that happened.
Yeah,
bro, you don't understand what I'm saying.
No, that's what you keep saying.
Or have you seen somebody get the courage because of surviving R. Kelly come out?
But how are we going to see it? That's what I'm saying. Only way I can see it is on social
Okay,
media.
listen, no.
I don't know what's going on in people's households.
If a woman or a kid or a man.
But that's what's being said on social media. You own social media.
But listen,
I thought you were saying that you had read it. Would you read it on social media?
Yeah, of course. I don't know none of these motherfuckers.
No,
I thought you said you was reading it like in a an article or something like that.
Let me say. You're saying basically like the show coming out. People are saying like this will help people who've been abused come forward with their stories and feel more open to talk about it. Mm-hmm. That is what you're saying. You're saying you haven't seen that happen. Like that seems not to be the reason for wait, hold up. That seems not to be because none of that is happening. What Cortez is saying is
I understand what he said. He doesn't understand what I was saying.
So, nigga, I agree with
that's what you said. I think y'all both did.
Of course you agree with her, but
I'm hearing,
you kept saying that you didn't understand what I was saying. I understood exactly what you were saying. You were asking me, okay, were the people who were going through this supposed to come out and make a Facebook stat about it? I don't know. That's what the fuck people were saying about it.
But what he's saying is, how would you know that didn't help somebody if you don't know personally that they start talking about abuse? I
don't think. All right, the reason why I'm a skeptic of that bullshit of promoting some bullshit pedophilia on fucking Lifetime and making it go viral, the reason why is because, first of all, the majority of discussion is only about R. Kelly. You don't see people saying that, I know somebody who's went through this. You know how people voice their shit on Facebook. Every fucking thing, every part of their life. You would have seen a post like, you know what, I know somebody who's going through this. I may do this. And first of all, you could not say that, people wouldn't say it on social media. People say shit worse than that on social media. You know everybody's fucking life on social media. There's certain people who will put shit out there. I don't think it's helping anyone. I really don't. And that's my opinion. If you think it is helping someone, that's your opinion. I won't debate that because that's how you feel. I don't think it helped anyone. The only thing, and the reason I say that is because we saw a Lifetime special 3 days ago. If something that fucking serious is going on and first of all, it's R. Kelly. Haven't we known about R. Kelly and pedophilia 20 years? So it took a Lifetime special to make somebody say, okay, this motherfucker was touching me when I was 13. What about the P video? Wasn't people talking about pedophilia then? I remember before social media where it was big, where you would run into motherfuckers and motherfuckers mad.
I think you're thinking about our age or our age group. Like, I think this is not, because we know.
Tell me why.
I'm saying, like, because we know what was going on because we was around, right? But we're talking about maybe kids, you know what I mean? Teenagers or people in their 20s. They don't really know. They don't really fuck with R. Kelly like that, but they know R. Kelly.
If they read or anything, they got to hear the stories.
But you know they probably...
If you telling me that youngsters 20 years old don't read because I was a fucking...
Ryan, you a smart nigga. I ain't gonna put that past you. But not everybody listen to R. Kelly. You know what I mean?
No, it ain't got nothing to do. Hey, you know what? And I gotta say this too. Like motherfuckers, like I still listen to his music. First of all, in my opinion,
don't do it.
12 Play came out in '93.
Don't do it.
I ain't heard nothing else I really liked from R. Kelly. I don't fucking idol worship this motherfucker. I didn't like I Believe I Can Fly. None of that bullshit. 12 Play was heat. And that was 93. Nigga, this nigga got fucking caught on tape in 02 pen on a motherfucking adolescent.
She looked like a kid.
I don't give a fuck about what happened. I haven't gave a fuck about this nigga music in damn near 20 years. 12 Play? 93? Summer 93, nigga?
So
that's different.
Hold on. So my opinion, right, is that I think it will help people. It may not be a surge where everybody's coming out and saying shit because we only follow a small group of people any fucking way. So I don't know who's saying it, not saying it. I personally haven't seen nobody come out with it. I personally hear people talk about it like in a third person, like, or you know, like they are coming from a different perspective. Like they're saying, like, I know my cousin or a brother's being touched, or this is something I experienced, you know, through somebody else's eyes, and I can understand that, but I can see the youngsters, because you know nowadays it's what's ever popping that gets your attention. So if like somebody's whatever
that
trending shit, right? So that everybody knows that when something starts trending, your whole social media is just about that. That's what it is. So when you talk about,
so now you should be able to feel me now, because as I said in the post, when people fucking start to gravitate toward a topic when it's trending, just as fast as that shit started trending, it fade away just as fast.
It does.
Because if you were really ready to get help, if you were ready to help motherfuckers, you wouldn't have to fucking watch a Lifetime documentary.
But that's the thing though, like
that shit important to somebody.
I'm saying, but
that shit has touched somebody. Like, it may not have touched you or your family, it may not have touched Bianca and her family, but if it had touched mine, I wouldn't have to watch no motherfucking Lifetime documentary to start talking about it. I wouldn't have to fucking wait to fucking engage in dialogue about that shit.
Hold on. You trying to tell me that you honestly think that people that go through this shit are going to be open and talking about it? Just because.
All right, hold on. All right, let me stop you at that question mark. The thing I'm trying to tell you, so nobody will have to try to tell me what I'm saying, is the pedophilia that stems from R. Kelly is not new.
But it could. But I'm saying, like, that could be.
It's not just 02.
I'm saying that somebody can be.
It's not just 2002. It's not just old motherfuckers approaching fucking 40. You've heard this shit 3 years ago. You've heard this shit 2 years ago.
But have you ever?
The Me Too movement involved R. Kelly. So what happened then,
bro? Have you ever?
Hold on. I got to ask you a serious question. How big was the Me Too movement?
Hella big.
Didn't they focus on R. Kelly and pedophilia?
I don't know.
So where was it then?
I don't know.
Those trash white ladies took over.
I don't know.
Bastards. That's all I want.
All right, but how come it didn't start the dialogue at least about people that's been through it? Because like I said, not everybody knows somebody, but it took Lifetime for you to say something.
Here's what I will say. Here's what I will say, and I'll jump out of it, and I'll jump back in, and I'll jump out of it. The thing is that I've never been sexually abused. I don't know how you handle things. I don't know what triggers. Just like when we had
Lifetime special,
and it could be regardless on whatever it is, and it may not be important to someone who's never had that issue, but for someone who has had that issue, and if we've never had that issue, then we would know. But for someone who has that issue, it could be.
But for somebody with a brain, you like there are all kinds of chances. It's always situations that come up. I read a lot. Some people don't read. Some people don't read.
But Ron,
pedophilia has never went anywhere. It's always been here.
But I think what you're forgetting is that in your world, like, you know all this R. Kelly shit and you know all this pedophilia.
No, I don't know all this R. Kelly shit. I just know things that happen. I read every day. Things happen every day. I
don't mean all like you know this nigga whole life. I'm just saying, like, when you talking right now, you saying like,
I didn't even watch the special.
I'm not saying you even watch the special. I'm saying you saying like
y'all getting this information from the special. Like, people, if that shit was important to you, why would it fucking take a Lifetime documentary?
Well, we would have to have someone who was molested who feels open to talk about it on the show to feel like to answer those questions because just like when we had Patricia and Christine on the show talking about mental illness and how different people go through different things and do different things and everybody's situation is not the same, and things that we personally in our lives go through may be different compared to what someone else does. I'm not trying to say... That was obvious.
We didn't need their ass to say that.
But what I'm saying is... Oh, God. But what I'm saying is, regardless on... It's not to say that this show is going to be the save-all of everything. Not to say that people didn't know fucking R. Kelly was a fucking pedophile in the very beginning. Not to say that these things were not fucking known. I mean, to us that know it, especially to us who grew up listening to R. Kelly and listening to the stories and listening to different things that are happening, not to say that is going to be like they came out with the R. Kelly special, so now everyone's going to talk about it and everything's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. Not to say that is the saving grace or the save all to anything. Mm-hmm. But for people who have been in that situation, that may help them. Again, I've never been sexually abused as a child, as a teenager, of feeling like
a lot of people have.
But exactly. So I can't say, regardless on even how crazy it may sound, I can't say what may trigger you or what may help you or what may get you to talk about certain shit or may. The only issue that I have with Lifetime, and this is just me, I don't give a fuck about them playing R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck about them saying this shit out loud because I said the same shit about Bill Cosby. To me, your talent does not mean that you're not a fucking asshole.
Exactly.
Just because I watch,
we agree on that.
Just because I watch the Cosby Show, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying R. Kelly's music. Get me now.
I ain't never bought no R.
Listen,
Kelly.
get me now. I download that shit.
Even before the P.
I'm not downloading this shit, and I'm not streaming this. I mean, I didn't see the shit come out and think, oh God, I need to listen to 12 Play. Right. Or I need to listen. I mean, that's just me. I didn't listen to.
I'll take that back. I think I did about 12 Play.
See, listen, I didn't listen to none of it. It didn't make me want to go stream and shit or go to YouTube and listen to this shit.
I wish I could find that shit. I want my money back.
None of that made me want to listen to this nigga shit. And a lot of those streams, like I agree with what Cortez is saying. A lot of these streams, though, may have come from people because when Missy Elliott came back, and a lot of artists that we listened to came back or started to come back, this younger generation was like, "Who is that?"
Right.
And we like, nigga, this motherfucker was like hot.
Right.
Like, But what I'm saying
I'm about to say that don't apply to R. Kelly because their parents grew up playing that shit.
Some people, but not everybody. Just
not
like
most.
But not everybody.
Not
most.
But not everybody. So
you lived in Chicago though, so that's got to be different between niggas living in Kansas City.
Yeah, listen.
Who was y'all stepping to?
We was stepping to
Yeah, you double pump.
No,
R. Kelly, motherfucker.
No, seriously.
You threw me off guard because we were talking about R. Kelly. You said stepping in the name of love. I almost
from being in a different age group. Like a lot of people may wanted to listen to it. Like, who is this person? Because shit, when Missy Elliott did the Super Bowl or whatever the fuck she did, and she came out, her streams went up.
Yeah,
because people was like, especially on Twitter.
Of course, that's the biggest
everybody
television spectacle.
But what I'm saying
year.
Everybody is like, who is this person? I want to hear this. I want to know who this person is. Mm-hmm. So in saying that, I'm not going to sit here and say that a person opening up about some shit that happened to them, whether even the people that are on there talking is not making them feel better or feel whatever way about their story. I've never been there. I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't know. What I will say about Lifetime is I will jump on this because, like I said, I don't give a fuck about them out in R. Kelly. I don't give a fuck. But what I will say is
they didn't out him.
What I will say is
that nigga was out.
He was out, but some of them stories niggas like the fuck.
Yeah.
But I will.
That's what I said. I didn't care for the detail.
But I will say
this
nigga's
a pedophile.
That is true.
I will say this though about Lifetime, and that may be the difference between me and some other people. I feel like you keep doing shows or you keep doing this shit about black superstars, but you ain't doing this shit about white superstars. No one knows. Listen, Judy Garland was fucking raped, like not even at like when she was younger than 10, just to get it. Everybody think Wizard of Oz. Like no, this chick was raped just so she can get in acting, and her parent knew about it. Like there's documentaries that I watch about actresses and singers and shit like that, and I'm like, but y'all not talking about this shit though. Matt Lara, if they want to say, well, R. Kelly's been out for a while, so we can talk about that. Okay, Bill O'Reilly has too. Y'all ain't did a show about him. All these other, I'm not even gonna say Harvey Weinstein because Harvey Weinstein's he's just being outed. So I'm not even gonna say him, but I'm saying these people that have been outed already, that are old, that are white. Y'all could do shows about these people.
But I think.
Who they do a show about?
I don't think they do shows, but they do them little interviews, and the hella people show up to them interviews.
But they do interviews,
and then be on it'd be like on 60 Minutes and shit. Like they do
interviews.
Be
like exposing them.
So I mean, like the documentary is just a documentary.
But this is not what I'm talking about. Has Lifetime done that though?
I don't give a fuck about Lifetime.
But this is my. But listen,
what's Lifetime gonna do with the documentary?
Because you're not getting the point. The point is your station willing to out us. But you're not outing other people that you should be outing.
But then you got 60 Minutes.
You got 60 Minutes.
And they're outing people.
But you got 60 Minutes outing us too. Why the fuck aren't y'all doing this shit? You listen, you're not my point is, this is my point. I don't give a fuck about them outing R. Kelly. I don't. But what I'm saying is there's other shit that is happening in this world. There's other shit that's happening. people get hyped up. Aaliyah's story's coming on. This shit is
Yeah,
coming
it was
on.
a coincidence. It was right.
This shit is
right
coming
with R.
on.
Kelly's.
Like you have all this shit, but when it comes to white people, Lifetime got like actual movies just about regular fucking white people. My point is whether you understand it or not, if you're going to out people, that's cool. Do that shit to every fucking body.
I get what you're saying.
Do that shit to everybody. That's cool. That 60 Minutes out everybody, and that's why they've been on so long.
Right.
That's why they've been on so long.
It's a platform for. I think it's a platform for everything. That's why you got BET, MTV,
but
the stations,
you know
Fox
what?
4.
Listen, if our show only talked about the negative shit of black people, right? Mm-hmm. If we only talk about the negative shit of black people, and there's a ton of things that's going on with everybody else, but we just like, we just gonna stick to this shit because we know it's gonna get y'all motherfuckers' attention. Like, we got white people views when we just do regular shows,
right?
But since we ain't getting y'all shit, let's hook you on to this shit. I feel, and that's just me, I feel like if you're going to do it to one and you know that there's a problem, especially with this shit, this shit happened way before R. Kelly. They know plenty of stories. Fucking Elvis married a fucking 14-year-old.
Hugh Hefner just dumped all of his sex tapes in the ocean. Did you ever read about that?
Listen, when
I swear to God. But that didn't make big news. That was one of those things that when you actually read everyday news, but they won't expose that. If fucking R. Kelly dumped his motherfucking tape somewhere, it would be front page headline news.
Do we really be surprised about this shit though? Like at one point,
I'm not surprised about it, but it's still fucked up because
that's my point.
This is the only person that you're trying to expose, not defending this fucking pedophile.
Not at all.
I'm always like, every post I make, I have to let people know that, okay,
I'm not defending.
Look, nigga, I know this nigga's a pedophile, but these motherfuckers only choose to focus on him when there are other people doing this shit. And to wrap this up, because we've been like, we got to get to some funny shit. We got to entertain the people, even though they've been entertained by our arguments. I got to say this. The only reason, and I will say this, yes, maybe I was just pissed about, okay, how come it got to be R. Kelly? And then another thing about it is, just like I said, a lot of so-called smart people were calling people, we're saying what is sad about, okay, people saying that the documentary ain't shit and blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm one of them motherfuckers that said the documentary ain't shit. We fucking have to, as a people, have to fucking address every fucking thing that's going on in our motherfucking Lifetime. Ain't ran by no niggas. These motherfuckers ain't fucking making no documentary for you motherfuckers to expose what's happening to you. It's monetary. And R. Kelly's making money. His streams went up 15% because of this bullshit. So, we against this shit, but we actually, do you know, all right, first of all, do you know how many streams R. Kelly probably gets a month? And then you increase those by 15 to 20%? And then, we making a pedophile rich, black or not. This nigga should not be fucking spoken of. We should not fucking bite into everything the media fucking spoon feeds.
And then Spotify said that they motherfucking deleted his motherfucking music.
Spotify deleted shit because they know it would be a backlash.
And then the motherfuckers had him. That's where his streams all was. Motherfuckers.
And the only reason I said that is because, look, Spotify not going to delete this nigga because they don't care about pedophilia. They don't give a fuck. They fucking brought this nigga back because there was a backlash. You see people on Facebook like, hey, fuck what you talking about, nigga. I'm still bumping R. Kelly and screenshot they Spotify or iTunes or whatever the fuck. Then you got women that like, hey, y'all act like y'all ain't never had a 35-year-old pick y'all up from 9th grade. You know what I mean? I just fucking think that this wasn't the right way. I said in the post I made, to gain traction on something, on a topic that you're really passionate about, it cannot be fucking trend based because it's gonna fade away so fast. You try to talk to a motherfucker, if I try to talk to you around fucking February 7th about pedophilia, you gonna look at me like, this nigga Ron tripping.
Well,
I ain't going over that nigga house no more. Well, this shit ain't gonna fucking be important in 3 weeks.
I will say this, and then if Cortez wants to say anything about it, he definitely can. I will say this. Regardless on whatever gets you, and this is No jokes, nothing like that. If whatever gets you to speak about something that fucking happened to you, male, female, old, young, whatever the fuck it is, whatever gets you to do that, and I don't know what it is. I have no clue on what it is. But whatever gets you to start,
it should be the pedophilia.
But whatever,
okay.
But whatever gets you to start talking about something, whatever it is that triggers you, that makes you want to have a conversation about something, do that, because it's better for your mental health and your life and everything else that has that comes along with it. If you have like just issues that have not been resolved or not have been touched, then you should go ahead and speak about that, talk about it, and with whoever you want to, whether you want to share with people out in the open, or whether you want to talk to counselors, or whether you want to talk to family members, like whatever helps you to get through to that. You should do that, and I whatever helps.
I do agree with that, even though I have a super strong stance about the bullshit in Lifetime. You've already heard my opinion. I've already said.
Really?
I tried.
No, I'm not.
I tried to talk, and I just kept getting cut off. So
you got cut off by both of us. Don't look over here. She cut your ass off too.
See, the nigga still cutting me off, nigga. I'm saying
she cut your ass off too, nigga. We gonna be fair on this show. You know me. You cut him off too.
Listen,
I didn't say she didn't. That's the thing. Exactly.
She was about to say she didn't know, but go ahead, bro.
No, I'm saying shit. I agree. Like I don't give a, like whether you watch.
All right, I'm quiet. I'm waiting on you.
I'm not even interested in it no more.
Whether you.
All right, well, we're going to the next subject. Don't even worry about it.
Cortez should feel like he should be able to.
I am not interested in it.
I don't want to feel like that. You should feel like whatever you should know. And this is what communication is, Cortez.
I'm cool. I mean, you're
gonna have to get a stronger opinion on this show, nigga. Just like I was saying about this is directly in correlation with what the fuck we was just talking about. If you don't have a motherfucking strong opinion when the shit ain't fucking trendy, then your opinion ain't shit. And y'all know me. I never motherfucking talk about the popular shit. Motherfuckers look at me like, this nigga always tripping. No, motherfucker, I don't wait to the trends. You motherfuckers ain't gonna say shit until the motherfucking media say, talk about this. Let me sprinkle some of that shit on you. I'm not one of them niggas.
Cortez, you should feel like you should talk about whatever you want to talk about.
But I feel like that's the whole point of social media, though.
No, it's not.
That was the point.
The whole point of social media was to connect with friends. Niggas made it what they wanted to do.
No. Facebook was to connect with friends.
Well, I'm not one of the people that's on every social media. Like, and once I say something here, like you got some motherfuckers that want to post on 4 social networks. I go on motherfucking, like, I'm the meme man. So I go on Instagram, I see the same shit you just posted over there, you just posted over here, you got the same fucking friends. It's like, how bad did you want a motherfucker to see this shit? Like, I'm one of them people.
But what are you? He's one of those people. What are you, Cortez?
Yeah, what are you, Cortez?
I don't even know anymore.
No,
I know what kind of person I am.
So what?
You are a king, nigga.
Well, first off, I'm not even a
you light skinned, but you a king.
Damn. Nah, but I'm not into politics.
I'm not too many light skinned kings.
I'm not into that shit, so I usually keep quiet on it because it's just really opinion based and there's really no facts to anything. So
there's facts.
When
the
we talk
pedophile,
right? I mean, like besides that, but besides
that. All right, I'm about to shut up.
That's the core. I mean, that's the core or the root of it all. But social media is one of those things where it's supposed to be blast. Like if you was putting on an event, where would you go? Where would you go first to make sure the event pop?
Social media.
Exactly. So I mean, like that's what social media is used for. Anything that happens is going to be trendy, and if it blows up, it's monetary, right? Like the Lifetime knew what the fuck they was doing. Black people know what the fuck is going on. That's not surprising to me that that you're mad about the trending shit because that's what all it is. Is every time social media the media puts out something, it can be even on social media where it starts. Like if you hear about somebody dead, where you find out the names at? On social media, you go down your timeline.
Wait a minute, what you say?
If the news say, if the news say somebody died off of 5th in Brooklyn or something like that, first thing you'll go to do is Facebook, Instagram, or social media, and you'll be like, nigga, we're gonna find this nigga's name because we know somebody died on 5th Street or 3rd Street or whatever. We're gonna find this nigga. And sure enough, you see a post and you will see in the comments like, damn, I'm sorry for your brother. Yeah. They be like, Ice was a real cool ass nigga. Somebody tag Ice in it.
Ice?
I don't know.
And then they tag tag
Ice in it. Now you go to Ice's page. Now you like, damn, I remember Ice. You know what I mean? And this is all before the news even gave out a name. So that's what I feel like that's what social media is for. Like I'm pretty sure you bad just as me. Like when I wake up, the first thing I do is open my eyes and then look up my phone. Like what's popular in social media today?
Bro, I could wake up because I got to piss. But before I get out the bed, I just scroll for 10 minutes on Facebook.
Right. You ain't even peed yet.
I ain't even peed yet. I still got to piss. I got to piss worse. All right. Let me say this before I go on. Because, you know what? I'm one of the people who don't mind the moniker asshole. As a matter of fact, I embrace it. But I have to tell you this. Maybe it's the age difference. Because I come from a fucking time where social media didn't mean shit. Mm-hmm. And it really doesn't mean shit to me now. Mm-hmm. If it's not for marketing purposes, I'm just on there talking shit. Mm-hmm. I don't fucking care about, like, some people grew up in half of their lives that have been on social media. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where the difference of opinion comes from. I don't think there's no wrong answers. It's just two different generations. On this show, we have two different generations. I'm the old motherfucker. And I don't mind that.
I am mid.
And I'm in like but
a lot of people praise social media way too much. A lot of shit doesn't need to fucking gain traction on social media. Some shit should just happen because it's the right thing to do.
But how many times did that happen? Like zero.
That's what I'm saying, because now social media is taking control.
That's what I'm saying.
When it wasn't here, we got shit. Well, we didn't get all the real important shit done that we supposed to do because we still fucking oppressed. But how do you think people handled certain things before social media?
They got on my 600-pound life.
But I'm saying, like, niggas.
How could you get on my? How could you get on my 600-pound life?
Social media
without being 600 pounds.
Social media is a fucking beast, man. Like you
that's
just said,
the problem.
But like you saying about the bad, but you just talked about the good too. Like you talking about a girl getting beat up or something like, or not being beat up, but she got, like in an altercation, right? She handled the shit, right? It was because social media that we was aware of that. Because that shit wouldn't have been said or nothing on the news. You know what I mean? So it was because somebody recorded the shit, put it on social media, No.
But hold on. Let me ask you both this question.
Dun, 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 dun.
Right. Play the music.
When did that situation happen?
Dun, dun,
I don't have no idea when it happened.
Yannicka, do you know when that situation happened?
Dun, dun, dun. Uh-huh. Oh, my bad.
Are you aware of when that situation happened?
No.
That was last year.
Interesting.
Not just late last year because we in the new year. That shit's like damn near a year old.
So how did it get to us?
Because somebody finally posted those videos.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit.
They wasn't the news.
But this is what I'm saying.
But how did you find out?
That shit is over a year old. So these are the fucking things that I'm saying. Like when social media gets to it, just because it's social media and people feel like, okay, when it's going down on social media, it's going down right now. That shit's over a year old.
That wasn't the point. The point was that social media.
No, that's my point that I told you. You just found out about it. So when you take other situations that are late and people want to fight for it, the cause has already been like tumbleweeds already going past it.
But I don't know. I don't know how shit happens, but I know when shit is old.
We got newspapers. We got regular internet sites. We got a lot of things to fucking find out information besides Facebook.
You trying to fucking tell me that majority of people that the generation?
No, I'm not trying to tell you any of that. Like that shit sounds foreign. That's not what I said.
Well, you said it was other ways we can find out.
Yeah.
Did you find out any other way?
Yes.
You found out about this a year ago.
There was no video.
I'm saying, did you find out about this a year ago?
Bro, I've been searching for fucking articles over a year ago. I've seen this. I read it, but there was no video. So there was nothing to post. There was nothing to go viral.
So you telling me that a year ago you heard about this in the article?
No, a year ago. I started the fucking Urban Absurdity website in
when did you find out about it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure
out. May.
So you found
May 2018.
So you found out
there was no video.
I don't understand why you
there was no video. Why? The reason why I keep saying that is why did it go viral? If somebody had posted a story with no video, no pictures, no anything, it would have went flat. Nobody cares.
But
how many people read articles where it doesn't show a hot video? We live in a video generation. If you fucking try to downplay that, y'all fucking fools. YouTube and Facebook. Facebook is the new YouTube. Nobody would have cared about that. You just reading these words. Dude, you wouldn't have seen those hands.
But that's the point. That's the point. The point is
no,
that.
hold on. What'd you just say?
He said that's.
I keep saying that's the point.
He's saying, how did you find out about that?
Because I read about it.
But I'm
where?
saying, but you was on.
Not on Facebook.
But where?
I think I found it on I think it was on Gossip.
And that's a social. It ain't a social media thing.
It's
But
not.
Gossip is pop culture.
It's totally
right?
not.
But is it pop culture?
It's in pop
But that
culture.
didn't blow pop culture.
That's just like TMZ.
Oh, so
That's
did
just
you know
like
about
internet.
it?
That's what I'm saying. I didn't
At
know
the
about
beginning of
it.
this show, you said y'all were pop culture. You didn't know about that.
What?
You didn't know about it until you saw a video.
I don't know about everything.
Exactly,
but
because you don't read every day.
Hold on, but that's what I'm saying. For the people that don't read every day, that was the point I was saying. Like when I wake up in the morning, when I wake up in the morning, just like you both said, when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is go to social media. I don't go get a newspaper.
What's the second thing you do?
I don't know, nigga. But I'm saying, but
after the P,
I'm saying I
what do
read
you
on
do?
social. I'm saying. I don't understand what you mean. I don't know what I do after that.
Now you don't understand. Okay, let me tell you what I do. I fucking read.
Nigga, congratulations that you reading, but I'm saying
Okay,
like,
so don't be faulting me
people,
because you don't know what the fuck's going on because you had to find out about a video on Facebook.
So when you read it, what did you do after that?
When I read it, I'm fucking. First of all, my website is monetized.
Okay.
I have to fucking post the things that make it shared in order to make me some money.
Okay.
This video, this article had no pictures, had no videos. So
you didn't do shit.
What could I do?
Exactly. Nothing. Because
You're not going to read that. So I'm in it for the money. I got the knowledge. I got the knowledge, but this social media era does not give a fuck about just words.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly
How is that
what
what you're saying? That's not what you. Why do you keep saying that? That's not what you're not saying what I'm saying.
Because what you're saying is niggas need to put down social media and read, right?
I didn't say that. Why are you putting words in my mouth?
That's what you said. You said how
I'm
you
saying
found
that's what
out.
y'all do is just social media.
Okay, if it's just social
I didn't
media,
say you were wrong. I'm telling you what the fuck y'all do.
and I'm telling you that that's the best way. And you saying, nigga, read the article.
How is it the best way?
Because that's how news spread now. Like it used to
Is
be a time.
it?
It used to be a time.
That's where we disagree.
It used to be a time where you can read a newspaper and find all
That's
the shit
where
you can want.
get your news from.
That's
I don't
I'm
get
saying.
my news.
That's
from
what
there.
I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. You don't get your
No,
news
you
from
said it
there.
was the best way.
That is the best way.
Okay, well, we'll end it at that. Hey, y'all, Facebook is the best way to get your news.
Social media is the best way to get your news.
Why?
It's right there. Like if you go on the search menu.
So you think social media has...
Look, if you go on Facebook search menu, it has everything trending on the Facebook search menu. It'll say,
Not every important story is trending.
I didn't say that. I'm saying like
Okay,
on
you
social
said
media.
trending like that meant something.
I'm saying like that. If I'm up here and I go on social media, right? Because I'm not gonna find out everything that happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma, on social media.
You could.
I'm probably looking at.
You searched more.
I'm gonna search for Tulsa, Oklahoma, and what the fuck happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma today?
No, but you spoke on that like it would be like something really happened there. But
I'm
if you
speaking,
read,
I'm
like
speaking on it like if I don't know about it, I'm not gonna search for it. So if I know about it, it may trigger. Like say for instance like this. Say that.
So basically, if it ain't on social media, you're not gonna find out about it.
No, I said the best way. I didn't say the only way.
I asked you a question. So if it's not on social media, are you gonna find out about it?
Probably. I might find out about word of mouth. I'm on the internet, nigga. I may be in the barbershop, hear some shit. It's other ways to find out. But most of this shit is on social media. And once some shit gets... What ain't on social media that's most
Bro,
most
that's
shit?
false. Social media only cares about certain topics.
You trying to tell me that the little shit, right? The little shit that happens that go bigger and bigger and bigger, it started off real small. Just like you said, like a year ago, this shit happened.
But not all stories go bigger and bigger and bigger. They don't gain traction.
I'm saying like, if I wanted
So how
to know
do I
about...
find out about
I'm
it
saying, if I have to look up every fucking thing, right, that's happening in the world, I'm probably not going to want to look at it. But I'm saying like, if I'm looking at some shit...
Why?
I'm not going to look up every fucking thing. I'm not going to look at the volcano that's supposed to erupt in 3,000 years from now. I'm not going to look up NASA supposed to be going up into space. And
now you just making up shit though. Like
that is true. That is true. You do see that shit. Like people, volcanoes. They always say volcanoes not erupting until 3,000 years from now. So we got to get ready because this might be the worst volcano. I don't really care about that shit. But if you tell me a little black girl got raped, right? And that shit is on Facebook and it ain't even got to be trending. You know what I mean? It could be like, oh, y'all ain't even listening to what's happening in Tulsa, Oklahoma. A little girl got raped. It don't got to be trending, but I'm going to click on that shit and I'm going to read it. So I'm saying like I wouldn't have known about that if I wouldn't have seen it on social media. I probably would have heard it at the barbershop. Then I would have to go on Fox 4 or some shit or the internet and figure out what happened to this little girl.
Not every nigga in the barbershop gonna know what's going on.
Not every nigga in the barbershop is
you only end up with how many hours of fucking mother you in the barbershop?
Bunch of shit in the barbershop, man.
Yeah, it is, but man, we stray way across. But bro, social media is not the best way to find out all the information because they only about hype. If it's not hype, they're not talking about it.
I think you're wrong. I think it's.
All right, we definitely have to agree to disagree on that because it's only the hot shit on there.
There's other shit on there. This is
why everything.
No, but this is what I was trying to say though. What I was trying to say is maybe it triggers more shit because I've been on social media and I looked up like I don't know Prince. I remember people were talking about Prince. You know what I mean when he had passed away, right? And I wasn't a Prince fan because it wasn't my time period, right? But then I went into it looking for Prince shit, and I just found out so much shit about Prince. I ain't know Prince, stood on his own fucking morals. If he didn't want to do no shit, he didn't do the shit. Then I heard other stories, and that triggered more shit because who Prince was associated with, on the Wikipedia shit, they say who he was associated with. I'm clicking the blue shit like, oh, I didn't know this nigga was fucking with this girl, or I didn't know this nigga was like this. I done went into Prince, and I done got all the way up to Little Richard. And I'm looking like Little Richard. This nigga Little Richard didn't even, This nigga Lil Richard was one of those type of dudes that like watch people have sex. I didn't even know that shit was a thing. Like to sit there and be like, go ahead and fuck up my bed. I'm just gonna jack off right here.
So you saying Prince searching for Prince, not knowing about Prince, but searching for him opened up a whole new world. It was this one cat that was he was a choir director and a singer and shit. He was big time and he was raping little boys on the low. Like, that was his thing, and nobody would say anything. But he died of AIDS, but they said he had died from cancer or some shit. Same shit with Bishop Eddie Long. Like, nigga, I just be reading shit, and it triggered some shit, and triggered some other shit. And by then, I done got a whole web of new stories and shit. So, I mean, like, but that started from an article about Prince. So, I'm saying, like, it may not be, like you saying, it's only the thing that's popping. But some shit may pop, and then it may trigger something else for somebody else.
I'm done with it.
This nigga Ron be like, I read an article today. That's the best way to get it.
Actually, I do.
And I know you do.
Actually, I fucking do.
But I'm saying, like, if you read an article,
I don't go on fucking Facebook to find no fucking.
So basically,
article.
you don't go on social media sites, but you do go on sites.
I didn't say that. You see me on Facebook every day.
Well, what I'm saying is, God damn, like, calm down.
To find the news.
I'm not hype. I'm very calm.
What I'm saying is that
my levels show it.
You don't go to. Oh gosh. Okay, next topic. What we talking about?
Whatever y'all want to talk about.
What we got?
We're going to talk about whatever y'all want to talk about.
What's on the list, man?
what do we got? Let's say. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, to Tiffany Haddish shit.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. So Tiffany Haddish had a show on New Year's Eve. And
I heard it didn't do so great.
She bombed, right? And
but that's not the first show she bombed.
I think the reason why this was bad because the crowd booed her and they left. So it was like people getting up as she is fucking bombing, right? But I want people to understand what kind of bombing it was. It wasn't that she just was like on stage telling hella jokes and she just was like nobody was just like fucking listening to her. I think she was drunk or high or some shit, and she wasn't.
So she was fucked up.
Yeah,
like she wasn't.
Like I've seen she had posted some videos the day before, and she was talking about how drunk and high she was. So when she came to the show, it's shown that she was drunk and high. Even on the show, it shows that she was drinking a bottle of Ciroc, like a whole bottle of Ciroc on stage. Now, I'm a comedian. And I have bombed a few times.
Have people said boo?
Nobody booed me.
Okay.
But, when you bomb as a comedian without getting booed, it's probably even worse because niggas ain't even saying nothing to you. They just letting you sit up there talk. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like this is a big thing to me. Because if you listen to Chris Rock, he done bomb. If you looked at Dave Chappelle sat,
when he really, when
he sat in the chair and he said he was so high that he didn't want to do the fucking show.
Yeah.
And he just sat there. He just sat there and not did the show, but got his money. So I mean, like, people bomb. I think people are taking this way too far. I do personally think that she's not funny in like stand up comedy.
She's not funny.
Yeah. So I think she's definitely funny in some movies and TV shows. But, like, on stage, I don't think she's funny. I watched a couple of her stand-ups, and them shits is trash.
Let's just be honest. There's a different type of funny. Whether I'm being an asshole, people don't, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. There's a different type of funny, and I've always said that. Everybody doesn't have everybody's fucking funny.
Right.
Some people are just naturally funny. Like, I can sit and have a conversation with you and be funny. Some people are that funny. Some people are, I can stand up and do jokes.
Right.
And write some shit out and deliver them motherfuckers, and that shit is really fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are skit funny.
Mm-hmm.
I can do skits and this shit be fucking hilarious.
Right.
And some people are all of that and can do that, and the shit is funny.
Right.
But it's kind of like, know you're funny. Know you're funny. Mm-hmm. But to say that she's not, like, to me, she's not stand-up funny. I will say that. But for her to continue to do stand-up and people come to it, she got to be funny to somebody.
Right. Definitely, I think because I say the same thing about Mike Epps. Like, you can tell.
Oh, hell no. You tripping now.
You ever seen Mike Epps do a stand-up?
Yes.
It's one good
in person.
One. It's one good stand-up that he had.
Which one?
And that's a stand-up where I think he's in that goddamn red suit and he talking about how the mama and the daughter be getting into it and he done washed their ass he done pushed. He'd be like, girl, I done had to push Tamika and knock her head through the washer and dryer or something like that.
That's the only joke you ever found funny about Mike Epps?
Yeah.
See, that's where we have a difference of opinion.
I watch all of his stand-up and I think they all trash except for that one. He doesn't write. He doesn't write.
Way off on this. Mike Epps is a naturally funny comedian.
I think he is a naturally funny comedian.
I've seen him in person like fucking 3 times. He come here every fucking year. Like, wait a minute. Let me ask you this question first before I even say it. You like Kevin Hart?
I do like Kevin Hart, but
That's I don't like Mike Epps.
No. But I don't do the vice. I like Kevin. I like Cat Williams too. So I don't do the.
No, that has nothing to do with it. It's like.
I know they get into it on social media, but I don't choose sides.
No,
I think
me neither. Because I like them all. I think they all funny in their own way. Kevin Hart is like situational funny. He's almost like, if I was to compare a white person to him, it would be like what's the guy's name? Kramer from Seinfeld. It's like the physical comedy, like the falling down in movies, the always accentuating your shortness and things like that. It's like, as far as telling stories funny, situational funny, like I don't get that from Kevin Hart, but I can appreciate what he offers to the comedy game. As far as Mike Epps, it's like he's naturally funny to me. It's like most of the things he says, I don't know if it's just his delivery, but it's funny. Like Mike Epps, Cat Williams, they all have a different type of funny, but to say that Mike Epps ain't funny and Kevin Hart is, we gonna disagree like blatantly on that.
But I'm just talking about stand up. I think
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, well, I think
I never say Mike Epps funny in movies except Friday, and I never bring up movies when it comes to stand up comedians.
Okay, so when we talk about stand up,
I'm not talking about movies.
Right. When I'm talking about stand up comedians, you can see. I mean, we all got our own opinions, right? But you can see the difference.
Obviously,
right? You can see the difference in who's coming, who's selling out shows, and who's not selling out shows.
No.
Mike Epps.
See, there we go again with the social media shit. You know how, all right, first of all, Kevin Hart ain't selling out football stadiums because he's the funniest man ever. That's not why he's selling them out. Kevin Hart is a strategic, smart businessman, and he's built this audience. He's built this fan base, and he's being reciprocated for it. Yeah. You cannot hate him for that, but I cannot, honestly, don't get me wrong, there's some jokes I've heard from Kevin Hart that I fucking peed, but sometimes it don't even be where I didn't actually pee, but I was about to.
I was about to say,
but
tell us. so open up about
No, I didn't.
Since we're coming forth.
Remember the joke, the prank call, I pee freely. I didn't pee freely. Mm-hmm. It was like I stopped it, but it was like Kevin Hart is, I would say on an average, if I watched the special within like an hour and a half, if I laugh, you know how you watching a comedy show with your girl or something, and you can actually count how many times you laugh out loud. That's a real laugh. Like if you held it in and didn't nobody hear you, that shit wasn't that funny in my opinion. When I watch Kevin Hart, I don't really laugh out loud. I could watch Kevin Hart with a straight face. I've never, I take that back. I have seen a comedy special. I think it was in California or something like that. Mike Epps had a comedy special. And the only reason I didn't laugh hard is because it was like, I guess he just did it to get the check. And it was just shit I already heard. It was like, so it was a bomb to me because it was like, bro, whoever didn't hear that shit, like, they not Mike Epps fans.
Right.
But, yeah, I fuck with Mike Epps. It's like, I think every time I rate those three, Kevin Hart gonna always be number 3.
Yeah, but
it has nothing to do with ticket sales.
On the opposite side, we just talking about laugh, nigga. I went to go see Kevin Hart, one of those stand-ups in a movie theater. And, nigga, everybody in that bitch, and it was full. It was an Independence. I never forget it. Everybody in that bitch was on they fucking feet, laughing, clapping, pushing each other. You know how niggas be when they hype, right? And I'm sitting there rolling on the fucking floor, dude, because I was right. It was like a disconnect between the rows and shit. And I'm just, nigga, just dying, right? And Kevin Hart, I mean, Kevin Hart, and I think you thinking, well, I ain't gonna say what you're thinking, but Kevin Hart.
You know what I'm thinking.
Kevin Hart.
This is also a generational thing.
Maybe. And Kevin Hart I remember he did a stand-up where he did it in front of LeBron James and them. I think it was in Cleveland or some shit, or Miami. I don't even fucking remember what it was.
When Shaq was there?
Yeah, when Shaq was there. And that was his best, nigga. That shit was fire. Like, he did that joke about...
A lot of the shit was falling down and laying on the stage and all that shit. He has the reach for a lot of his funniest jokes.
Well, some of the shit... I mean, like, some of the shit is just... Like she said, like, it's just... different types of comedians, you know what I mean? So some comedians,
I agree with that.
Yeah. So, but when he was talking about how his mama gave him permission to cuss, and he just went all the way the fuck off on his teacher. Yeah. That shit was classic, bro. That shit was greatly written, nigga. Like, you can tell, like, he was in a room with hella people, and they all was writing, and they was all trying to figure out that shit.
I don't get that shit.
That shit. You gotta be kidding me! Like, for him, how the setup was, like, you didn't know that shit was even coming. You couldn't even see that shit coming. But you know, if you read the credits or some shit, or you even read about him, like, all them people that are around him, they're his writers. He don't write by himself. Now you click on Mike Epps, right? Mike Epps don't write at all. And that's good or bad, right? But when you talking about a whole set, like, that shit is going.
Some of the greatest comedians, like, didn't write most of his stuff. Richard Pryor didn't write most of his stuff. That doesn't mean it's gonna be funnier or not funny.
No,
it's all about the person who's giving it to you.
No, I'm not saying if it's gonna be funny or not funny. I'm saying, like, if I'm coming to see a comedy show, right, and you're all over the place with your jokes, and they're not going in a row, or they not built like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm talking about political shit, you know, at the beginning, and then I do some hood shit, then I go back to political, then I go to sex, and I go back to political. Like, that shit is not in a row. That shit is all over the place, right? But when you talk about, like, big time comedians, Chris Rock, if you ever listen to Chris Rock, he got a 2-hour fucking special, and that shit is all the way in a row. And that shit, that's what you want to see. I can't see Mike Epps because he's all over the fucking place. And I want to laugh, and I want to say, like, damn, this nigga funny as shit. But then he got these dry moments because he's trying to think of some shit off the head, or he's trying to think about some shit that he already has said, and he's trying to figure that shit out inside his jokes. If you watch D-Ray the same way. D-Ray would start talking about some hood rat shit, then he start talking about some fuck this shit, fuck that shit. He good, right? But you see him, he's all over the place, and that's what I'm saying about Kevin Hart. If you listen to Kevin Hart, he's talking about his family first, then he's talking about relationships, then he's talking about whatever the fuck is going on, you know, with the world, and then he's ending it with something like a big ass story, right? And I like that shit because I can follow along because I'm watching you. I'm not here just to be like, oh, that joke is funny, and then I gotta wait 5 more minutes for you to say another funny joke about hood rats. You know what I mean? And D-Ray does it the best. D-Ray does it the best because he sticks to, like, his topic for so fucking long that you don't even know, like, you don't even know that you missing, like, he ain't in a row. Like, he'll stick on, like, hood rat shit for the whole goddamn move or hop damn set.
But as you can see, D-Ray is not as big. With comedy, I think it's like I said, there's different type of comedians. But I also think with comedy, there's an audience. There's an audience that you have like Lunel. I love Lunel. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's not big.
Right.
But there's certain stuff that she'll say. I'm like, oh yeah, I've been in that situation, or I could agree with that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There's certain shit that Mike Epps will say that I'll be like, oh yeah, shit.
Right.
Like either I've been in that situation or I've been in hood shit that I've seen niggas in that situation.
Right.
And Kevin Hart, when he talk about his kids and shit like that, you know what I mean? I think it's the thing about Kevin Hart is, to me, is that Kevin Hart was like when Lil Wayne started to get big, right? Mm-hmm. Lil Wayne started to make music not just for niggas. Lil Wayne started to make pop music, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he can get money from everybody. Mm-hmm. Y'all can't tell me Kevin Hart didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
Y'all can't tell me that Kevin Hart didn't do to the point of saying, like, I want everybody's money, not just but Mike Epps said something to that to that effect of as far as like his comedy goes and what he delivers and what he brings.
And that's why Ryan
I think Mike Epps is to me stand up wise, not movies, because I don't seriously in movies, I don't like him in movies, but stand up wise, except for Meet the Blacks. Meet the Blacks is funny as shit to me. But stand up wise, I like Mike Epps more than I like Kevin Hart, only because there's more stuff to me with Mike Epps that I'll be like, I seen this shit, or I've been around this shit, or this shit that happened. That shit is fucking hilarious over Kevin Hart. Now, I will say, I like Cat Williams. I think Cat Williams is funny.
I think he's funnier than both.
But see, I don't. So it's just like, it's like an audience thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, who does your audience attract? Mm-hmm. Is your audience going to attract what type of people? What types of jokes am I telling that are going to attract certain? It's kind of like, okay, so we see these skits, right? People are making skits, and people making skits when they go in the stores and fucking with people, right? Mm-hmm. And you can tell what type of people like, oh, this shit is funny.
Yeah, that shit ain't funny to everybody.
And you can tell what type of shit is like, you motherfuckers stupid. Like, this shit ain't funny. Like, everything has an audience, and you just have to figure out, like, if you want to, like, what your audience is going to be, where it's going to be bigger. And that's why I feel like Kevin Hart, as far as that goes, was smarter. And as far as business-wise, like, I want everybody money. Mm-hmm. I'd rather get everybody's money than just get a certain, crowd. I'd rather get everybody's money. And that's what I'm going to do. And that's exactly why he got into that shit over saying that shit about the Oscars. I mean, at the Oscars, you know what I mean? Because when you play that type of game, when you do that shit, it's like, you walking the thin line too. Mm-hmm. You walking the thin line too. You taking their money, so they want you to play by their rules. Mm-hmm. And if you ain't gonna do it, then it's a problem. Shit, look at Bill Cosby. But that's just my opinion. I feel like everybody has an audience. Everybody has it's kind of like what you relate to. It's like what you relate to.
Out of all three comedians, Cat Williams is the smartest. You can talk about all of his fucking scandals, all that bullshit. Mm-hmm. Whatever the fuck you want to bring up to contest the fact that he's fucking smarter than the other two, but you'll lose, in my opinion. Cat Hart, a new comedian, Cat Hart. Cat Williams says the things that these other two are scared to say. Mm-hmm. Kevin Hart wouldn't have got to the level of success that he's fucking achieved if he kept it as real as Cat Williams.
If he didn't play ball, right?
There's no way.
Right.
He had to be even in the movies, like one of the things that you could say with Cat Williams when he played the pimp role was like you kind of got into him, like you know him so much. Mm-hmm. He was like, okay, we typecast him as that character,
right?
And on stage, he's not far from that.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's still a little pimpish up there.
Right.
But he brings the things that make you think. He'll say some things that make you, like he might tell you some things you don't know. Mm-hmm. Kevin Hart's not going to do that.
No.
Take like I said, I respect all three of them. First of all, because they're black men making it in comedy, not just gonna be cliche and say that's why I fucking like them all. Because if I didn't, I'd tell you. Kevin Hart is a funny guy. It's not 100% of his comedy is not all of my cup of tea. Some of the things he says be funny as shit. Mike Epps, I can relate to it. Me as a person, I can relate a little bit more to Mike Epps than Kevin Hart. And as a person, I can relate a lot more to Cat Williams and what he's saying and what he's thinking about because he gives you that on stage. Kevin Hart don't give you what he don't give you what he's thinking about. He gives you the funny situations, the pop showing up, dick swinging, and all that shit. That's hilarious, but it's not deep. I don't mind. I'm one of the people I don't mind deep comedians because that's how I try to think. So when Cat Williams could pull it off so effortlessly, like besides the scandals, he would be like one of the biggest.
I think so too, but I do think
because if you think about it, Richard Pryor gave you deep shit.
The blueprint. He gave it the blueprint. I mean, even I don't even know. You know, Fred. I mean, not Fred. Red Fox.
You about to say Fred Sanford?
Red Fox. They paved the way. You still got
G
Robin
is for good comedians.
Robin Harris. He paved the way. I mean, there's a lot of great comedians or whatever. But I think I'm kind of looking.
And the funny part is, you know how we talk about music and how some artists wouldn't have made it in today's era.
Exactly.
Like the sad part is, if you were to bring a Red Fox. Well, no, I don't know about Red Fox because he's edgy as fuck.
He is hella
But
edgy.
Who did you just say?
Robin Harris.
Robin Harris.
Yeah.
Like Robin Harris wouldn't have been. And really, I think Robin Harris didn't get all that he deserved before he passed.
Yeah, he didn't. He was one. He was about to be home.
Robin Harris is one. And it's. Man, I think I'm at the age to where I barely got him, but I got just enough for him to. I got just enough from him that make me want to look at his background and see what he's talking about.
Right.
And I got him.
Yep.
But some people, like I'm 41, like I said, if you were a little bit younger, some people might not have got him. He's too serious. Like people like the playful comedian now.
But Robin Harris. I mean, Bernie Mac was Robin Harris. Like people don't correlate the two, but if you hear the same stories, you hear the Bebe Kids.
I like that comparison.
And then you hear about the milk and cookies. I mean, like it's a different point of view, but they was telling the same type of story about how bad these fucking kids were. You know what I mean? And it was three of them.
But Robert Harris was still like he was like Bernie Mac was that is true, but Bernie Mac was kind of like he wasn't as edgy as like to me somebody who hasn't blown up but who is like super fucking edgy and you be like fuck it, like Corey Holcomb to me.
Yeah, but Robin Harris wasn't edgy. Robin Harris was just like I kind of feel like if you watch some old Robin Harris shit, he used to go to this comedy club that he used to host. I don't even know if it was a fucking comedy club. And this motherfucker would take the mic from the stage and start walking around cracking on every fucking body in the building. He like put the spotlight on this motherfucker. And you can if you listen to the Spotify tapes of him and shit. Just the same as Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was in Chicago because Bernie Mac got on real late. Like Bernie Mac was in Chicago and he was at a comedy club and this nigga would take the mic and go around and do the same fucking thing that Robin Harris was doing.
Yeah.
Like so, I mean, like people.
But DL cracked on people in.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like, DL Help was like that too.
DL did way more.
Yeah.
DL crack on you still. Like
that's a good comparison too because DL nigga, I go see DL and this nigga, I see this nigga coming. I see this nigga making his rounds. At the thing, I'm like, shit,
God,
this nigga coming for.
I know you've been in improv. I don't know if you just been there watching comedy, but they seat you a certain way. If it don't sell out, ain't nobody in the back.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Nigga said I need to get in the back.
If DL here, I'm not fucking sitting.
No
fucking where. Because I had a comedian.
Did they crack on you?
Nah.
You got away?
No, he gave me some love, but I thought it was coming. Because the nigga was like fucking with. He was from Chicago. The nigga said something about how many people were here. No, he said it's my first time in Kansas. So you know how them motherfuckers is. Yeah. Oh, this ain't Kansas, this is Missouri. So he like, oh shit, damn, y'all like people from Kansas? He's like, how many people from Kansas in here? Mm-hmm. Didn't nobody say shit, even though I saw hella motherfuckers there from Kansas.
Right, they were scared.
I'm like, nigga, Kansas right here. Even though I was born and raised in Chicago, but I've been here over 20 years, so I'm not gonna sit in a room and be disrespected, motherfucking Kansas right here. So he's like, oh, bro, you need to calm down before, nigga, they don't let you make it to your car. You know what I mean? He was funny as fuck, but he just said something to that effect. Right. But it was like, dude was funny as fuck, but he wasn't that type of DL comedian to where he just started going. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't want that. It was
so the you funniest, looked up. DL
do it.
And I don't understand why they want to sit in the front though.
Everybody want to get cracked on. Everybody wants to.
It was the funniest part. The funniest part. It was a fucking lady. I swear to God, no bullshitting. You could ask fucking Bobby J. It was a fucking woman up there. She was like fucking between 65 and 70. And they roasted her ass all show. She enjoyed that shit like a mother. They talking about her fucking. This was a grandmother. Like every comedian that came up there, and because they all played the game, because the first one roasted her so good, and the audience responded to it so well. It was like everybody came up there roasted.
That's how it always be.
You like sucking dick. I'm like, God damn, this somebody's grandma. Yeah. It was funny, but that shit was a little over the top.
Like as a comedian performing at the Improv, nigga, you try to find out who you can get at right quick, cause
they got at her.
Cause that's what Mike Epps is good at, and that's why I think people like him, because that boy he will see some shit and he'll just freestyle off the top of his head, and that he's naturally funny, so that shit comes off.
Yeah, but that's why we like funny. Him. You said
that's what I said.
You was dissing my boy in the beginning.
No. I'm saying, but I told you I don't like him because he doesn't have this story. He just goes, he's all over the place, and my mind don't work like that. Yeah. Like I gotta hear the story. I gotta hear about. You ever hear a comedian do this? You ever hear a comedian say a funny joke? Say he's talking about pills. You know what I mean? He was like, nigga, I took some pills, nigga, I almost died, right? So then later on, he'll bring that joke back up, but in a different way. He be like, nigga, I was fucking this chick. I forgot I took the goddamn pills that I took and ate, a long time ago. You like, oh shit, this nigga brought back the joke from the beginning. Yeah. Mike Epps don't do that. Mike Epps just all over the fucking place where he don't have no writing or, like bringing shit back or moving shit over here. It's just all over the fucking place. But if you hear like I talk about Chris Rock all the time. Like Chris Rock is the best.
Chris Rock, one of the greatest.
He's and that's because he's writes so fucking good. Dave Chappelle too.
So you're into cause Seinfeld does too.
Seinfeld too.
So you're into the
niggas that put in work and like actually write, and that's why I think Mike Epps haven't gotten as far as he been. Because if you like a comedy show, I mean not a comedy show, but if you like a person that book comedians and shit, you want to see somebody that can cross over. You know what I mean? And like niggas that can cross over is niggas that can keep people entertained through the whole show, going down this timeline as in a story.
Before he was keeping people entertained through the whole show, I think there was certain things that Kevin Hart, and I gotta say this, it sounds simple, but it's just his look.
Damn, coming at his look.
Kevin Hart capitalizes off of everything about him. That's why I said he's more business than funny. Kevin Hart is how many black physical comedians do you know?
I don't know.
Getting blown on. All right, take the last movie Kevin Hart made. Could you see Bernie Mac getting blown on top of a car?
Blown on top of a car? What movie was this?
The last movie when he inherited when the dude left him the barbecue place that sold the barbecue grills. Night School.
Oh.
That's physical comedy. That's what they call physical comedy. Like, how many comedians could you see just pull that scene off?
I don't think
it wouldn't seem realistic with certain people, right?
I think his movies are trash. But I'm just
but that's why I agree. Well, no, I won't say all of his movies are trash. I
think he played the same role in all the movies that he played in except for one, and that was The Wedding Ringer.
Yeah, but there are certain things that certain comedians can get away with because they set themselves up for that.
But if you think about, I'm Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy for a long time was playing the same goddamn roles until he broke out. And was like, I'm about to do Nutty Professor and I'm about to do Dr. Doolittle and I'm about to do this shit. But for a long time, he was a cop.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I guess the point I'm trying to make is, all right, I'm going to bring that back up. That one scene, well, it was like 2 or 3 scenes. I don't even have to go to different movies. Tiffany Haddish whooping him with a belt. You wouldn't have laughed if that was Eddie Murphy because it's not the character he put forth. You wouldn't have laughed if that was Mike Epps because it's not the character he put forth.
Right.
Kevin Hart made certain things work for him.
Right.
And that reached to a universal audience, even down to kids. That's hilarious to them.
Yeah.
A motherfucker getting blown out of a store on a car. Oh, you know what I mean? Physical comedy. And like I said, I don't take nothing away from him, but Kevin Hart's my number 3. And I'm going to give you one more chance before we get out of here.
Oh, we'd rather play the game again?
I like hearing y'all make a fool of yourselves.
Listen, you won.
Right.
Shit, I don't know. I'm over here like, what?
I'm about to kill it.
Gotta pay.
Boy, ain't no fucking peeing right now. If your name ain't fucking Robert
Right
Kelly,
now.
your ass ain't pissed.
I would have snipped the penis off as soon as
You wouldn't have had any scissors. You'd
that
have been naked.
motherfucker, like the little piece with a rope. That's all you got, Robert?
You would have been naked, no scissors. What might you ask to borrow from someone at a laundromat?
Coins. Oh, detergent.
basket.
Detergent. That's on me, baby.
Whatever.
That nigga click the pin. God damn.
I hate to click the pin.
I wouldn't ask for detergent.
Well, somebody did.
Bring it on.
Change was number 2. Dryer sheets was number 3.
I was gonna go with dry cheese.
What festive holiday was more fun when you were a kid?
Christmas.
Halloween. Was it Christmas?
Got that one too.
You did. These are easy ones, though.
You LeBron James and your ass.
I won the first one. I'm cool.
What would you be surprised to hear at a married couple? What would you be surprised to hear that a married couple does separately?
Asleep together.
Sleep apart.
She said it first. It was just sleep, but y'all added shit to it. Does separately. Name a reason you wouldn't want to live next door to a movie star.
Too much attention. Cameras, lights. Too much attention.
Too much parking. It's crowded. Parties.
They
I'm
do
about
too
to
much.
say paparazzi. Should camera and lights be
That's
there? Or should I go past?
No, that's him. That's him.
Thank
See,
you.
look at
Thank
me.
you. I appreciate it.
3-1.
Light skin, dark skin thing. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm trying.
On a resume, what might a person claim they can do quickly?
A type.
I was about to say Microsoft. The whole thing, the Microsoft Office. Everybody put that shit there.
Damn,
I don't know.
Damn
It's quick.
call.
I can type other words for me.
These damn call center niggas, man. Name something that a parent of a baby is consistently listening for.
Cries.
That's on me, baby.
No, it's not.
Cries?
That
Listen,
was like
we
a
said
tie.
that shit at the same time.
Well, don't write nothing.
You know what? I shouldn't have wrote nothing so it could last longer, but it's 4 3/4 years.
Oh, no shit.
No.
It is. You only had 2.
Oh,
Yeah,
you right. You right. My bad. I'd have popped off.
Popping off. Other than boxing, name a sport in which you're likely to see
Hockey.
athletes.
No, that don't count. You already asked us that question before.
Did
Next.
I?
Yes, you did.
When?
And I got
Today?
it right. Yes, he asked us.
Ask that today.
It don't matter. You knew what it was. That's how your motherfucking ass knew it.
Because he said
Next.
besides
Next.
boxing, the only
Next.
other boxing thing they
Next.
do is hockey.
Because your
She said
motherfucking
she's
ass
not
last
going down
time said
today.
back.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
First he said I will win, and then he's gonna do all this.
It's gonna be fair for you.
Go
to
ahead.
win.
I gotta look for a harder question. These
That's
are
right.
easy.
It's gonna be a fair one.
Right. Let's go.
You'll get a fair round.
Now see y'all hyped and shit. Googling.
You gonna win something that's you gotta win something that's like that's not a question he asked.
Oh, go ahead. He don't even remember answering the question.
Listen,
I don't remember him answering
I'm not
the
even
question.
cheating. I gave you the other one.
All
I'm
right.
like, that was you.
Go ahead.
This really ain't the hardest, so y'all gotta listen at the same time.
Hush.
Name a phrase that often appears in children's stories.
Once upon a time.
There you go.
God damn, Cortez was on a mission.
See, there you go.
That's it. I won, right?
Yeah, you won.
God damn it. Give me some, nigga. I knew y'all. Give me some.
No.
There we
See,
go.
I was
Finally.
just like, you just not gonna get one he asked already.
Finally.
Calm
Hey, y'all.
down. Listen, this shit was tense as shit.
This shit was hella tense. I wanted to shoot them both. I got my pistol in the kitchen. I keep my pistol in the kitchen.
Hey, tell that boy I'm alone, but I ain't alone, niggas.
This shit was tough.
She got her brother in the backyard.
This shit was I don't need my brother.
You gonna need your brother? No.
Listen, I got the other brother.
This nigga Ron purposely did this shit to get underneath your skin. I know he did.
No, y'all fucking crazy, bro.
Okay, listen, here's the thing.
You know what? I'm not even gonna hit stop because we so real on this show, and we're gonna be together for a while because in 2019, I plan on making strategic moves to get us all rich. So I want y'all to know when we argue. I want y'all to know that I was really upset with this conversation because these motherfuckers are young.
Listen, and you old as shit.
We don't agree. Listen. I don't agree with the bullshit they saying.
Listen, hey, just because you old don't mean you're not bringing bullshit. Listen, the thing is,
I'm about to hit this 1738 motherfucker.
Listen, the funny shit was
the little bitty ass bottle of 1738. You only can see the one.
That's a $20 bottle.
You only see the 1 and the 8 on that bitch.
It's like $13 worth of 1738 here.
Listen,
I'll take that back like $9
worth of stuff.
The funny shit, don't try to change subject. The funny shit was shit, man. You argue all the time, so it's nothing. It's nothing. This shit is that. But for you motherfuckers to go at it, I'm sitting back.
I don't even feel like we even got at it.
The only thing, you know what? You know what? Me and Bianca could go at each other all the time.
Listen to that shit again.
But it was like in this show, it was like two people coming at me, and it was like I'm one of those people. Was like I'm one of them dumb motherfuckers. Like I wanted to just fucking start throwing mics. But we are at a stage in our life to where we're entertaining people. I got quiet for a minute. I was like, you know what?
Listen, I said that
they have their opinion. I ain't gonna say shit.
Listen, because you have to understand, everybody has an opinion. I be trying to say that. Listen,
you remember that show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You remember when D.L. Hughley was on there?
I don't remember that one.
You remember when Will Smith went up there?
When he stole his jokes.
No, when he got basically when he got into the showcase for macking that girl and the woman said he was like, oh, that's my comedian. Like DL was in the showcase, but Will Smith got in the showcase too. So what DL did was he didn't go up there. He let Will bomb first.
Yep. Oh, you saying we was bombing?
No, y'all didn't bomb. You know what? I wouldn't fuck with y'all if y'all bombed. Like I could have sat here and be quiet. I could have sat here and kept quiet, and y'all could have kept going. Like I wouldn't fuck with y'all if y'all was on that level.
Like here's
no, that's not what I just said. I wouldn't fuck with y'all. Oh, okay. I wouldn't fuck with y'all if I thought y'all would bomb if I stayed quiet. But it was just like the opinions on here. It was just like it was some real. Like we talked about some real shit on the show. I think more likely. I mean, more than we usually do. Like usually we always try to keep it real on the show. But I think it was like maybe 65-35 real shit, funny shit. So it was just like it was just a thing of a generational gap, and I'm the type of person where, and I admit it, like y'all already know me. I tell people like when I disagree with a person, like sometimes you know what I mean, it can get like was like man, fuck that motherfucker. So I just kept quiet because it's a generational gap.
I feel like it's not necessarily even just a generational gap. I feel like certain topics that we talk about, since we are a podcast, we should have people who have been through these situations who feel open to talk about them because it's not necessarily like I feel this way. It's like I've never been through that. So we can sit all day. Like we say that all day. I'm the type of person, or this is what I would do, or I feel like this. But if it's something deep to that point, it's important to bring. I mean, if this is trendy, if you bringing it out, you know, and there are people, and I've seen people who have talked about.
Now we made it past the R. Kelly shit. What the fuck was we talking about when shit got real?
That was R. Kelly shit.
Yeah.
No, we was past it. We was talking about information, finding information.
Oh, yeah, that was y'all.
Yeah.
That stemmed from the R. Kelly shit because you was talking
that
about
was a generational
shit.
Listen, that's what y'all got.
No, we all basically agreed the R. Kelly shit was trendy. What we didn't agree on was as far as like did it help people come out, because none of us know. But I just didn't think, and y'all thought they did. So, but when we went to the I don't know what led to the finding information shit, but like, yeah, that
shit was interesting.
I think all we was talking.
It was, but the only thing I was saying is like I don't get my information from Facebook.
The girl at McDonald's.
Because Bianca told me that one time too. Like, stop looking on Facebook. I'm like, dude, I look at other sites.
but you know what? What's important, and that's what we have to remember. And I try to do that, even if I say this is my opinion. I ain't mad at you whether we discuss, because it's especially now. I ain't arguing with nobody about how you feel, because that's how you feel. Who am I to argue and say, well, shit, that's crazy, or you shouldn't? I'm not going to do that.
We do,
but
you've done it on this podcast.
But no, I'll say we'll agree. Listen, going back, and I've listened to plenty of. We'll agree to disagree because we're gonna have to do that because we just do not. We do
That's
not.
just gonna be automatic with us.
Oh yeah, on certain stuff we just not on agree on it. But however, I'm not moved by, you know what I mean, because everybody has to feel a different type of way.
They don't.
Everybody was raised in different, with different people. Everybody may have different values. What may be important to you may not be important to somebody else. You know what I mean? So take all those things into consideration. You may get a different outcome based on just those things alone. So it's kind of like we'll debate, we'll have a conversation about it, and then shit after that we'll be cool. Like we are now, people. We cool. It is what it is.
And we always gonna be cool, but then I was like, these motherfuckers
and controversy
ain't shit.
sells. So if I gotta,
motherfuckers ain't shit.
And controversy sells. So if I gotta pop off sometime,
I'm the type of person that I want to hear your opinion before I just start reacting, because your opinion may change my opinion. You know what I mean? And I'm always like that because I'm not always right. So when you say certain stuff that I don't know, I want to listen because I want to know. You know what I mean? So when you say like,
we had a battle on the social media shit though.
Yeah, but you know, like I
ain't never battled with your ass. That was the first time.
I don't feel like I battled. I felt like I was. I bet you if you look at this, I bet you when you listen to this,
I'm gonna listen to it again. Right, I'm gonna fast forward.
This is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be me trying to say something and then you just cutting me off, or I'm trying to say Bianca cutting me off. I couldn't really say what I wanted to say.
Because
on any topic, I don't like over talking.
Light skin, we darker than you.
I know, right? Y'all be like, hold on. I'll be like, okay.
It's not even about that. Cortez to be like, but this is how I feel, and then you'll get on Facebook and be like, hey, motherfuckers, like bring that.
Yeah, you way different on there, bro.
But you know, like nobody's cutting me off. You know what I mean? Like I'm just on there write what I want to write, and then I'm over typing for like 10 minutes because I really want to say what I want to say. But in this aspect, I didn't feel like I could get my words out.
Because the part of y'all.
All right, and you know what? Hey,
you'll listen to it, you be like, damn, this nigga really wasn't getting his words out.
But you,
man, it's only when
that when I feel like I done listen back to a couple of shows and be like, shit, Ryan be like, if I feel a certain way, hey, it's fuck what y'all feeling. But this is what
that's why I couldn't get my words out, because Ryan kept saying how he feels.
Every once in a while we have a show like that. I think the last one was like the Kaepernick show. She got heated. I thought she was about to stab me. You know what I mean? It's been a while, but like, I am that type of person where like I want to say.
When you adamant about it, nobody's gonna like. You keep talking about it, how adamant about it, and then you tell us how.
This was the first random topic though, because we went from one topic, we went from the relevant topic like R. Kelly, and then we started getting like how you find information. It was like that's not on the paper.
Shit was interesting. Listen, this shit.
But that Kaepernick shit was on the paper.
Listen.
that shit was on the paper.
It was like, before y'all start, I'm gonna say my fucking opinion, and then y'all can talk.
Well, if you listen to this information thing, if you go back and listen to it too, listen to that shit because y'all was going there.
I gotta listen to it because I just kept saying,
bro, that was heated.
Watch it. You gonna hear me? You gonna be like, I don't think I kept saying. He's like, where did you get it from? That's all I kept saying. He was like, nigga, you not listening. I'm like, bro, I'm just asking where you got it from. Where did you read it at?
And see, the difference between you and me, like you'll say, I'll cut you off when you're trying to say something, but the difference between you and me, you'll sit back. Like if I kind of see y'all saying the same thing, like y'all kind of saying the same thing.
We were saying the same thing.
Like
that's what I was trying to tell him.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, but
man, sometimes on this show I've heard that. Like, matter of fact, we gonna go back to the Kaepernick show.
Right.
Like we argued for 30 minutes, and Bianca was like, "No, we wasn't." I listened to that show afterwards, and we were not saying the same thing. And that's what the reason was. Like after it was almost over. Now after it was over, I listened to it the next day, and we all, we reconciled. We were good. It's like. I listened to that shit like, dude, we were not saying the same thing because Bianca was playing devil's advocate.
No, I'm saying like we were saying today when we was talking about the Kaepernick shit back then, and then today, like when you was talking about R. Kelly, like it was the same type of feel between y'all two. It was the same shit. It was just a different topic, and I think what it is that you feel a strong way about it, but she also feel a strong way about what her opinion is, but it's a different type of opinion. But y'all still fighting for the same shit.
But no,
like earlier you was talking about how men are being killed more than women, right? And she was just saying, nah, I feel like women are being more killed than black men.
That's not what I said. I said I'm talking about disrespecting in every aspect. I'm not just talking about that. What I do say though is if I know I'm not going to agree with somebody or somebody's not going to agree, because I'm not like you. Like I'll listen to what different people are saying, and it'll take me a minute to digest everything, and then I may come back and think and be like, yeah, like I get what you were saying.
You never do that though on the show.
Well, not to you because I don't.
You never do that.
I don't have that.
And you're not going to do that today.
we gotta do a compilation. We gotta do a compilation. Because she do not say that she.
Well, not when.
Hey, I'm gonna come out and say it because the audience already know it when they hear the show, when they listen to it. Like I think I said, like you were saying, like social media is the best way to get your information. And when I started telling you, I was like, no, I'm about to tell you what I do.
Right.
And nigga Cortez was like,
right.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Bianca was like,
listen,
I'm about to shoot both of these motherfuckers. On the podcast, I'm going to record it. It's going to go viral. When I get out in 20 years, I'm popping, baby.
And the generational gap is when you older, you kind of stuck in your ways. So you feel
right.
like, you know what I mean?
You ain't that old and you stuck in yours,
So
too.
listen,
you are.
Stop it.
So when you,
Please stop it.
I'm the only one that's stuck in my ways because I like to listen.
Listen, whatever.
And then talk.
Hey, Bianca in her 30s and she's stuck in her ways,
you
too.
You just feel a certain type of way and then you just don't say nothing. Me and you both was over here like,
because I don't
basically said the same thing. It's just that shit. I'm outspoken. If I feel like something, I'm not going to be like, it just is what it is. If I'm outspoken, I am. If I feel like you bringing your point, and that's cool, and I feel like I'm bringing my point, I'm not just going to be like, well, let me not stir the pot, or let me not say no.
You going to stir the pot.
Fuck yeah.
With 2 spoons.
A couple times. and come back and reheat that shit, because I kind of feel like I'm going to say it, and if we don't agree, we don't fucking agree.
I think saying it, you know what I mean? But I want to process it first because what I may say may not be accurate, my accurate opinion. You know what I mean? Like if you say Kaepernick kneel for, I don't know, whatever reason or whatever, and I'm listening to you because you done researched this shit, right? And I didn't. So when you research the shit, I probably didn't know what the fuck was you talking about before I just blurted out some opinions, right? Because I hate to be that person to be like, nah, that's not what he said. And you be like, nigga, yeah, it is. It's for a fact.
That is what I'm talking about.
That's a fucking fact. And I'm like, oh shit, like I didn't know that was a fact. You know what I mean?
Hey, but you know what? Hey, one thing that's good, like, you were here as a guest with me and Bianca when Bianca was trying to stab a motherfucker. Now you here as a cast member.
Ain't more aggressive than your motherfucking ass on Facebook and on the podcast.
Yeah, and you know what? And that's the reason.
Or equally.
Yeah, she downplays hers and just says it's me.
You know what? But listen, I'm
gonna say one thing about Bianca too.
This is what y'all do all the time.
I'm gonna say one thing about Bianca too. She likes a third person because, like, with me and please let me get it out. See, Cortez, you don't know what you did tonight.
Oh, okay.
Because this is the first time we argue with you as a regular castmate. When me and Bianca go at it, usually it's just me and her. And I don't know if she just kind of subdues what she wants to say, or like most of the time she doesn't. Like we hear it.
Right.
But when it's a third person here and she don't agree, if you take 10% of her stand, she riding with you. She rocking.
No, I'm not rocking.
Yes, you did. You rocked.
You know what? No, because
you rocked tonight.
But you know what? If Cortez says something and I agree with you, if I agree with you,
you never agree with me.
I mean,
you have never agreed with me on this show at all.
Which is why when letting me talk, I said if. So if I did,
y'all hear?
If I did agree with you, then I'd be like, I would agree with what you're saying. When he was saying, so where did you get that information? I agree with what he was saying. Where did you get it? Where did you get it?
Hey, but the only thing I was saying to y'all, you know what? Let me put it in a nutshell.
No.
No, I gotta say this. Can I please say this?
No, I'm not done because you brought that up.
Hey, we already 2 hours and 41 minutes in. Can I say this? We almost 3 hours.
We're going to be 3 because I got to bring this up.
Hey, you know what? I've been researching to read. Them motherfuckers go 3 hours every fucking episode, but I got to say this. Okay, I'll let you go first.
Please. Yes, I'm going to sit back when y'all, because listen to this shit. Y'all got to do it.
You didn't sit back. You was over there rooting.
Listen, I was in there.
I wish you got to
No, I wasn't rooting for shit. You felt that way because you was, like you said, you was already it having a little feelings for you or whatever you had going on.
Yeah, because y'all are
so
fucking
so you felt that way.
Young punks.
I'm sitting back here. I'm sitting back here laughing and shit because this is the first time because you really don't say that.
She wanted to see Cortez get his virginity taken on the show.
Damn, wait a minute. I'm a grown ass man out here. Everybody taking my virginity.
Listen, and it fucking
Your show virginity, nigga.
And it fucking happened.
You got to say the whole thing.
And
You've been in jail before. You can't just be popping up saying shit like that.
Only been in the county, nigga. I ain't been one of them real beds there.
Hey, y'all, listen.
They got real beds in the penitentiary.
Listen, what you have to understand is it is very hard to be, and I'll say that to anyone who does that, and they do it with like males. Mm-hmm. When you are a woman, and you already, when we have opinion, we aggressive, especially if you dark skinned, you aggressive. Fuck that bullshit. Whatever. Kiss my motherfucking ass. Mm-hmm. The point is, if you have an opinion, it's like, oh, the woman. So if I see y'all getting into it and y'all disagreeing and not getting into it, but you're debating, fuck yeah, I'm gonna sit back and be like, okay, whatever.
You didn't just do that.
Yeah, I did. I laughed. I sat up here because I'm like, yeah.
You clapped a little bit too.
I'm like, yeah. you felt that because you was already angry.
You clapped.
Shit,
I saw you.
Hey, y'all, listen.
I saw you over there.
Y'all, the way Ron was feeling, I was up here with pom-poms because this motherfucker was over there like,
man, I was pissed. I had to be quiet for a minute.
You got silent. Like, you really mad?
I didn't know why you
had to. I'm just that person. Like, I be trying to tell... Dude, when I get mad, and I don't hide it, that's the thing I'm saying. Like, people will say, you was mad. Like, I'm going to say, no, I wasn't. I was pissed. Like, I'm sitting here like, these motherfuckers.
And Cortez
I'm so honest.
Cortez over here sitting up here. One day he said whatever he wants to. Cortez over here walking on eggshells. I'm like, shit.
No, you know what? The good thing was, like, he didn't stop. And you know what? The funny thing is about it, I seen this motherfucker on social media going at it with two older comedians, because this motherfucker's the young buck. He on there talking about, oh, you know what? You old motherfuckers can't take a joke. We can motherfucking have a fucking battle law. I was like, this nigga Cortez getting a little G about him. Ain't that a bitch? And you know what? I will say, I already said it 5 minutes ago. I gotta say this.
Let me look at
it's fun. It's good. Because we gonna have some fucking disagreements in the future. This shit ain't gonna stop, because if God put his hand on this shit like I'm waiting on him to, it's gonna happen. We're not gonna agree on everything. I'm one of those people to where, yes, I can motherfucking get a little too into the topic. People know that. People see that. People have known that for 8 years since I've been on social media. It's not nothing new.
This nigga that had friends he ain't talked to.
I was kind of thinking about, the listeners, like, they probably don't want to hear all three of us arguing the whole fucking time.
That's what sell.
I was waiting on the comedic relief, nigga. I was waiting on my part to come in.
They love drama. Millions of people just watch Pedophile Stories Part 6.
Oh wow.
people don't mind a little
I'm
drama.
Just not drama though.
Controversy says,
like I'm cool. I'm cool with stating my opinion if I can get get it out. But
not,
other than that, people's opinions are so fucking strong.
Y'all on for like 60 seconds.
People's opinions are so fucking strong that they seem like they fucking facts, and they not.
But I think what we have to understand too, like, debates are not drama. Drama is if I'm sitting up here, like, as soon as I get up, I'm mad at y'all. Like, I ain't talking to y'all. Like, I've never had a conversation, and I told Ron that too, even before you got on the show. I told Ron, because me and him had a debate, and he was like, are you mad? Like, don't be mad. I'm like, we could never sit here and discuss anything and I'd be mad at y'all. Like, promise. I mean, I'm just not that way. I'm not built that way. I'm not built on that way. I can have a get into it with somebody on social media and I'm cool. I'm just not, that doesn't work for me. That doesn't, like, somebody saying something that I disagree with isn't going to make me be pissed off, no matter how my delivery is and how I feel strong about my opinion. Right. I always feel strong about my opinion, but it's not to the point to where I'm going to be like, I'm personally mad at you. Like, you fucking upset me.
Yeah, I'm never.
Like, I'm not like that.
Yeah, I'm not that person either. I'm never going to be that. Yeah, I'm not that person. I can be cool. Like, that's what I tell people all the time. Like, if we can't fucking have a debate and then afterwards laugh on another post, or I see you out in public and we can't kick it, like, I don't want you to be around, because that's what's gonna happen. Because
that's yeah. And so, I'm telling you, that's why I'm saying. So when y'all say stuff, and I think it's hard for people to understand that when a woman does that, like, when a woman is really not bothered and says, I am not bothered.
Got on some boots.
Like, we can have this conversation and I'm not going to get upset about shit. Like,
after it's done, it's done.
It's
I'm
done.
cool
That's it.
Yeah, I got mad during.
That boy said.
After the show, like, hey, you know what?
Why you put your arms like that?
Like, me and Bianca got this thing, like, we so used to doing a podcast, like, we done, like, this, like, the 46th episode or something like that. Mm-hmm. For, like, at least 35 of those episodes, we've been looking at each other. Like, when we talk, it's eye to eye. Mm-hmm. I was so pissed that I didn't even look up. I'm like, fuck you. I glance up, Bianca looking over here like, dude, fuck you. I'm not looking at you. I'm mad at you right now.
Hey, but Ron be think. I think Ron gets so used to like getting under people's skin and pushing their buttons that it's for him to.
I pushed the buttons. That's why your reactions were like they were.
But no. Like I'm telling you, listen. Feel confident. If you think so, I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you.
You know, at the beginning when y'all first started this, right? Because you know I'm a great. I listen to every fucking show, right? When y'all first was doing
ever since this nigga joined the show, we don't get many comments. We get no goddamn comments.
I'm here now, nigga.
You know what? We got to fire your ass so you can comment and tell us how good the show was.
Nigga, Bianca was the aggressor at first, and then one day that shit flipped. I don't even say it flipped. I think you flipped, and you was like, "Nigga, I ain't about to be this person no more. I ain't about to take this shit." And then all of a sudden, that's when this great debate started happening.
But see, to females who listen to the show, they say the opposite, and I'll show you messages.
I'm a nigga, and I say the opposite.
I'll say that they'll say
females always gonna feel empathy for the females.
But females,
how many
feel empathy for the men.
How many niggas feel empathy for a nigga? I don't. I'm like, this nigga need to toughen up. I told that nigga that.
Listen,
I said, nigga, toughen up. Don't let them do that to you.
Hey, the funny thing about it was,
especially on that show when it was all three of them, and Bianca wasn't even saying shit for real. It was the other two that was fucking you up, and I was like, damn, I wish I was on that show.
I remember you said that.
Going down. I felt sorry for you, Ron. I did. But
hey,
now,
the funny thing about
I
the show
don't feel
is,
sorry for you no more.
But I get that daily. I get that weekly. So I mean.
All right, the funny thing about it, too, was we were thinking about it where I think maybe me more than Bianca. I'll let her, like, elaborate if she thinks I'm, you know what I'm saying, speaking the truth. When I first started, I was like, dude, when we were first preparing to do the show, we was like, okay, this is a comedic podcast. There are certain areas we're not going to go. I don't know who was over here. I think Big Mike was over here. We was doing like a little practice show, recording or something, and he was like, and we started making jokes. Like we were talking about an Emmett Till situation that we joking, and we like, nah, I don't see that shit being cool on the podcast. And now 46 fucking weeks later, nigga, we going wherever. You know what I mean? It's like we had to grow into that. It's still sometimes somebody will be like a little, like the situations will get a little tense, but it's like shit. Those conversations, and that's another thing about, all right, let's compare this to the R. Kelly thing. Like that conversation, people feel like that's going to bring people out to say this or say that. We're trying to put those conversations out there for people to say, okay, you know what? I heard this. I found out about this. Just like I said about the government shutdown, the TSA workers yesterday not being paid. I just found out about that shit yesterday. Like that shit's major. Like that shit means something to us. Like people are traveling every day. Like TSA agents are fucking like, dude, we not getting paid. We calling in. So if you go to an airport right now, you got longer lines. You may have inadequate fucking searches. The motherfucker might get on there and with a bomb and blow your ass up. Not everybody might, you know what I mean, know about that. We're not just talking about somebody reviewing toys on fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? We getting deeper. They're gonna be some tense conversations. I mean, serious talk. Like shit. I never thought the show was gonna go this way. I never thought we would be super serious. We add funny, people enjoy it, but I never thought that we would talk about the serious things that we talk about on the show.
And see, I did because me and you used to have plenty of conversations that I'm like, the funny shit is cool. It is cool. It's not like people are not going to listen to it. But at some point in time, people are going to want to hear the serious. If something is going on, people are going to say, your audience is going to say, why are you not talking about this? Yeah. And as far as you can't be afraid to be like, well, I don't
I'm looking at her now. I was mad at her an hour ago.
He was so mad at me. And I was sitting over
I tried to
here.
raise my screen.
Listen, and I was sitting over here.
I'm gonna give me a screen where you can raise it up.
They had their first debate, y'all. Listen to this. They had their first debate when I was going.
First time I debated with a light skinned nigga.
I was actually hoping they would have debated last week when it was just
who
them.
debated?
Man, bro, it was a debate when we came to that.
The fact that you don't know makes me wonder about other things.
Y'all was about to say when we were talking about that finding information shit, that shit was heated.
I think it was really one sided. Watch, you gonna listen to this shit and you gonna be like,
I am gonna listen to it. I'm off tomorrow.
Cortez really.
Well, I ain't gonna listen to all this shit. We in damn near 3 hours. I don't even know if they still listening.
Let's fast forward this shit. I promise you, you're gonna be like, damn, Cortez really didn't say shit. Like,
listen,
it sounded like you probably know
you
what my
might
facial.
not have it. I had my mind made up.
Probably my facial expression is like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Probably that. They probably got you, but I don't really say that shit. Like I probably did that. Like nigga, like what?
Hey, but like I said, hey, I'm human. I got my flaws. It was just like in that situation, it was like, God damn.
Ron said,
I'm nothing
love
like
me.
I wanted to be like Bianca tonight, nigga. I wanted to get my opinion across, and I was like, nigga, well, how I feel? No, nigga, this is how. I don't give a fuck what you say. This is nigga. I got my articles. I read the article online.
Because I'm the type of person.
I don't know fucking social media. You knew niggas.
All I try to say is after I wake up, I get 10 minutes of Facebook. I take my piss. I ask Siri what's going on in the world. That bitch give me the top 5. Mm-hmm. I might go to MSN. Mm-hmm. I might go to Yahoo.
Mm-hmm. But what MSN say when you there when you read that article?
Man, MSN got a fucking they got a world. They got the world outlook. Like whatever popped off while you was asleep, it's on there.
They be like, "Do you want to share this to social media?"
Mm-hmm.
They do say that.
So your MSN is on social media too.
I agree with that.
Well, yeah, because MSN is controller of Skype. I mean, that's where my email is. It's a controller of Skype and Bing and.
I'm just saying in general, like every article that you read is gonna have a share button. Like,
yeah, but
so you may read it there first, even at the news, like even at like KCTV5, you reading the news because you know it's local and shit. Some of the shit is local, right? And you looking at it. Not everybody in the world knows about this local shit, but you can share that bitch.
Social
media. It goes to social media.
Social media is the new. It is the new news, and it's kind of like it's hard for.
That's why it's probably called a news feed.
Yeah, because it is, and it's hard.
Shit, most people call it a timeline. These motherfuckers are ignorant, but y'all don't understand what I'm telling them. How many people do you say? Everybody on my timeline talking about motherfucker. Like, your timeline is your page, right? You dumb motherfucker.
Listen, but in saying like,
but people say I'm an asshole when I say things like that. No, you don't know what you're fucking posting on.
The point is this is the new thing.
Well, I'm glad y'all here with me, so y'all correct.
Social media, you get the news. Fox 4
you get the news everywhere.
Has a social media page.
We don't get Fox 4 no more. I got Spectrum. They dropped them.
Nigga say, nigga, you don't read no more?
I got a fucking safety pin in my TV to watch that goddamn game.
Did you for real?
Yeah.
Damn.
I wasn't playing on Facebook.
I thought you was playing.
Dude, that's one of the things that people, you know what?
Where did you get this knowledge to people to do it so that way they can get their old channels back?
Where did I get the knowledge from being poor, motherfucker?
No, I said where did you give them the knowledge?
On Facebook. I can't give it on MSN. They don't fuck with me like that. Hey, but what I was about to say is a lot of the things that people say I'm being an asshole for, this is what people don't understand. Some of the things that I go through on a daily basis, I'll make it about somebody else. A lot of the shit be about me. Like, motherfuckers was like, this nigga always talking about somebody. Motherfucker, I just went through that. Mm-hmm. That's what I went through. Where do you think I get the idea? People like, dude, where you be getting ideas from, nigga? Daily life. Ain't you living, nigga? You don't leave the motherfucking house, don't nothing happen to you? I might make it sound like I'm talking about somebody else, but a lot of things happen to fucking me. But, hey, y'all know what? Bianca came back. I was happy.
Very interesting.
Now I'm just.
Listen, I'm hyped, boy. I'm hyped. It was so good. It was great.
There was less than happy, just a little bit less.
Listen, it was a great show. I'm excited. Cortez got broken in. Like, it was a lot of shit.
He got his virginity took.
It was a lot of shit.
Not by me.
Listen.
Oh,
It was Bianca.
This getting out of control.
Listen.
We got to end this shit.
Y'all done took
That's the second time he done talked about my virginity.
you took it. That wasn't me.
Your virginity got took, nigga.
I watched.
I feel violated, man. I really
watched.
do feel violated.
Your urban absurdity virginity got taken.
I do not like this.
I just sat back and watched.
I got to come back.
I was like, I can't believe y'all doing this.
You know what? In the
and I
new
had
year,
my
we
Red
got to
Bull.
get this nigga a laptop.
And I got that Red Bull. I keep forgetting my tablet.
Hey, you better not walk in with no motherfucking tablet.
I need a Wi-Fi
Hey,
password.
put that little motherfucker down. Don't shoot that motherfucker no more. Hey, y'all, we out of here.
Later.